Okay,
Good first thing
welcome
to hear.
to welcome. I had two overlays that are nearly identical, but one of them has two of us like switch places. I was like, I just set this up. I was looking at the wrong. But we're good. Welcome to Torchbearer, Part 2. Um, we're partway into this Tower of Stars adventure, and now all of us are here.
Yes.
Yeah. So there is a process for this. Let us switch us back to start, because there should be prologue at the start of each session after the first. So I shouldn't say what happened last time, because one player recounts the events of last session.
Well, one cannot deliver a prologue 2 sessions in a row. So I'll start. We woke up in I don't have a map. We woke up in town. um, what was it? Ascot?
Asktoft, yeah.
Cool. Fantasy name town. And we sat there, not plugged into the Elven internet, not watching our morning programs, not drinking cool Elven coffee. Instead, we had boring tea and porridge. It was boring. The dwarf didn't wake up. We trudged through the woods. We appeared at a broken down tower. Once again, bereft of dwarf. We had to pick through the rubble ourselves, cursing the dwarf the whole time.
Yeah, all the skills I was good at, you guys had
Yeah.
to roll.
And then we got into the tower, once again, needing someone who could do rock stuff. We even hired a rock person, but now there's still no dwarf. We found a dead guy. We looted his corpse. I think that was like the last thing we did, right? Looting?
Well,
I believe that in the process of trying to, move forward, we may have triggered a trap.
Oh yeah, and then we did something stupid by touching a corpse. And released dust
I believe
and
the magical lens known as Twitch.tv. You're forgetting you started a fight.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh, we did start a fight. I was hoping it wasn't a fight. Okay, cool.
yeah,
We're gonna
I
fight.
don't know if it was.
So, if the group is satisfied and well reminded by Indigo's prologue, I'm waiting to see if they.
Did I miss any important points?
Works for me.
I feel as though there could be some greater fleshing out around the end bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yes or no?
Sure.
What does the yes or no mean?
If they are satisfied, then Indigo, your character, may alleviate one condition except injured or sick in recovery order, which is listed. Switch us back to it. So hungry and thirsty, then angry, then afraid, then exhausted. If you have any of those. I don't think you do. If you have no conditions, you can restore a point of taxed nature, which I also don't think you have taxed yet. If you have neither, either reduce your immortal burden by 1 or memorize a first circle spell. Which doesn't happen either. Guys,
I'm sorry,
you
reduce your immortal burden?
It's fine.
That's me.
Oh,
That's a me thing.
Yeah.
Cleric stuff. Okay.
Thurges have immortal burdens.
You draw enough power and it weighs heavy upon your soul.
Literally,
Okay.
yes. But
Then
I don't think any of it applies.
No.
Then in the context of this, I'll have to say, no, I'm not quite satisfied with
Not
that.
quite satisfied,
But at
all right.
least I'm not messing you out of any resources
No, it's
that are
fine.
going to be of
I think there was a couple of details that we may have missed.
Anyone remember a magic
Yeah.
circle?
Yeah, there was a magic
Yes,
circle.
it was under the corpse.
Everything was the no.
It wasn't under the corpse? What did the corpse do?
No.
The corpse
was
did
lying in the
something.
middle. The magic
Yeah.
circle was near the rusted door. There's also some alcoves. There's also some water on the level below you. There's a trap
Well,
door.
that's in my poetry
There's a
journal.
trapdoor above.
I don't
We
need to
never
remember
had a
that.
chance to search the level below us, which is something that's kind of important, as well as some mysterious fire and scorch marks there.
Yeah. We also found a trapdoor that the guy fell through. It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
There was
sorry, Marcus, you had some things?
Oh, we saw some silver mirrors in those alcoves. because they are seem to be like block basins. And the room is covered in dust.
Yes.
A very important detail.
So much
in
dust that I
everything
believe you
is very difficult.
still have a penalty to actions
Yeah.
for a short time until it settles again.
That is the case.
Perfect.
Okay. So, step 3 of the prologue, as you can see, if no one has conditions or tax at the start of a session, the game master has been too nice. I disagree with this, considering we only played for an hour. But
yeah,
I will
was about
try
to say.
harder. Also, you guys rolled quite well.
Yeah.
All right. So, the other things you can do at the start of a session is rewrite your belief or goal or instinct, or all three, or mix of the two. So, I'll go over, like, belief is something that you believe, usually kind of it's very personal. It's, you believe something about yourself or your companions, not so much about the world. You might have a belief about the world, but you literally in the game mechanics are not a high enough level for it to matter yet. That would be called a creep. You kind of a goal of something you would like to accomplish this session. It has to be something you have to try to do, usually involving a roll, but not always. It can't be something that's just easy and automatic. Like, my goal is to draw my weapon. Unless you don't start the session with having lost your weapon, that wouldn't be much of a goal. And your instinct is something that you want to sort of have automatically, usually help you. And in this game, always you want it to be beneficial. You get rewards for it helping you both at the end of the session, but also from it literally helping you mid-game. Does anyone have any questions about those three?
Can we rewrite and restate our goals, beliefs, and instincts at the? Oh, sorry.
We'll do all three right now, but I wanted to check before
Perfect.
we do that. Questions, or anyone wants to wait while they write it?
I'm just trying to rethink my goal because I don't think we're going to learn much about like the Tower Master in the short term.
Okay.
I
have some examples that the adventure came with to start with.
Example goals?
Example goals, yes.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Put up.
Goals are usually very specific to the current
Yeah.
thing that you're doing. So
because it's the easiest way to get persona points.
Go. I'll put them in chat, but I'll read them out loud as well. They are: I will raid the tower for the secret of the stars. I will discover what befell the beholder of fates. I must loot this place for all it's worth. I will protect my friends from the insidious traps that lie within. I shall solve the enigma of the missing emissaries. Now, that last one, as I mentioned last session, the missing emissaries was not your to get here. They might still be involved in this, but I don't think it makes sense right now to have your goal. You could say, I will solve the mystery of this like person who is this like body here. Figure out who they are. Could be something. I believe found a ring on them last time, which had twin snakes encircling each other.
Yes, I currently have that on my fingers, actually.
Perfect. Whoever who wants to go first, who feels like they're ready and are done rewriting.
I could go first to ask for if this belief is good.
Sure, and we'll also ask you to introduce your
Sounds
character too.
Right now, or
I'd say right now, as you join the rest of the group,
Yeah.
on this on the like second floor of this tower.
I climb up the ladder that was put down.
That was-
I go, hey
yeah.
guys. So my character is Ben Dead Mithril Maker. He's a dwarf. He's a stone teller. He's actually like super chill, you know. He's from Froggenbergen. He's like the stones just sort of like speak to him, man. Like, you know, he's just here. He's not here for a long time. He's here for a good time. You know what I mean? And his belief is The stone is part of me, like the blood in my veins is a part of me, like the blood in my veins. I don't know if that's a good enough belief.
I
Uh,
kind of dig it. Pun not intended.
is it something that you can really work towards?
Yeah, how do you uphold
that belief?
yeah. What do you feel about Cutstone? Because we are in a worked tower.
It's
Is
just another
that
form
like
of stone, man. My
okay?
parents are stone cutters, man.
You still, I believe, get a small reward for just portraying your belief in play. You get a bigger one for like having a decisive choice because of it. I feel like this belief will work well for the first one of just portraying it.
I might rewrite that then, but I'll go down my list. My goal is I will loot the tower for all it's worth because that's what I'm here for.
I'm going to take us to this for the rewriting thing. I have a thing
Mhm.
for earning and like fate and persona. So acting on your belief is here. Playing against your belief is here. Those are the big two things about specifically.
And then my instinct is always look for structural weaknesses because I have a giant maul, so
Yep.
I'm gonna use it to cave shit in.
Just mention you're looking for structural weaknesses at any point, and it will basically not take a turn on mind.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay,
And
I'll
he's-
rewrite my belief then, real quick. Someone else could go.
I will maintain my belief of all the pleasures of the world ought to be shared with me. I will change my goal from I will seek to understand who the beholder of fates was or is. I'm going to change my goal to I intend to find a lead for something to follow up on after we leave this tower.
Awesome.
And then,
Okay.
instinct is when others are anxious, I'll take care to apply levity.
All right. So I'm going to. Do you want to spend any time just reintroducing your character at all?
Oh, I can, yes. Sorry, I was just typing.
Hey, no worries.
I am Hoofin Middlemuck, halfling burglar, halfling stock burglar class, from the crossroads of Asktoft.
Asktoft. Yep.
Asktoft. I fled Asktoft after robbing a tavern owner there blind. Unfortunately, that tavern owner also employed my family. So as of right now, Papa and Mama Middlemunch are kind of out of a job as a result of my action. While I was employed at the tavern, I met a noble scion who I became friends with after partying with him. I have kind of worn down adventuring gear. My signature raiment is a cooking apron that he is always wearing.
Nice.
I forgot my signature raiment is a basalt and salt ball.
Yeah, which is like a chunk of stone on
It's
it,
just a
right?
chunk of stone on a stick, basically.
Is it attached with like rope?
Okay.
Is it, how do you think it's attached? Chain, maybe?
I think it's not like a wooden stick. I think it's all like one solid piece of stone. So it's like the head is like basalt and salt, and then just coming out is like a shaft of stone. So it's all like one solid piece all the way through.
Okay.
only magic can make that work as a functional
Yep.
weapon?
Yep.
That's not one that can exist with physics.
Nope.
That's not how rock works.
Exactly.
All right.
This time it is.
Who's next?
I
That's
can go
me.
here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll take this one.
Yeah.
My character is Jen. I am the human of the party. She, her pronouns. I grew up at not in a wizard's tower, but in the small settlement that grew up around the wizard's tower. My parents died off in a experiment a while ago, and I basically grew up learning to be a fence for the gray market as I slowly kind of tried to figure out how to work with the gods speaking through me every so often, as that seemed not very helpful. At a certain point, somebody who was an opposing fence decided that the best way to get rid of me was to have me accused for something I didn't do, get me shaken down, and run it out of town with just what I had on my back. So we decided to move into the adventuring lifestyle after that. The raiment is this bright green tunic with a golden belt. And I have changed up my belief in this case because in an hour of play, I have discovered a couple of things. My new belief is that Wolfen is very useful to have around, and I will try to keep him safe. I am going to stick with the same goal of pick up a good book, and I'll stick with the same instant, which I'm hoping will be immediately relevant, of always talk down a new threat. We'll see.
So, what happened last time is you all. I think I just updated Belgo.
Indigo?
Indigo.
Okay.
Still
My
has to
mistake.
introduce the
Yep.
character?
Sorry.
Yep. So my character is Zarek Dawn. It's Zarek with a Z. I'm an elf. I'm a dream walker. I have decided that at least Zarek's elven dream is kind of like Tron.
That's the aesthetic. It's the
Yeah.
real world is very Tolkien-esque in terms of
Yeah.
like the vibes
Fantasy.
of it.
I
But
understand.
in the dream, the elves have a
In the
very
dream-
different
In
vibe.
the dream, it is Tron. Normally elves have singing as one of their nature. I have enchanting. I am hacking reality because that's how this works. Yeah, the whole premise with Dreamwalker is that there's the elven dream that everyone's kind of on, and then you leave the dream, you leave your weird elven VR system, and now you're just out in the scary real world and not in the sacred neon wastes. But unlike the ranger who awoke and is like fighting against it, I'm using weird dream powers. So that's that. So tall, looks like elf, but listens to too much Skrillex. Has a black tunic with neon piping around the edges. It is still a medieval cut tunic, but has stupid RGB lighting. I have a big halberd that looks like a moon blade, because that's the special Dreamwalker weapon. I have no ability to use it, but fine.
And then I rewrote my belief. If you're
Oh,
done,
what is the
sorry.
new one?
I listen more to stone than I do people.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Don't listen to anyone and instead act to the ground.
Yep.
That
good,
is
good. Good as a word. Good as a word.
That is
good for getting you in trouble.
dramatic.
Though I
Yes.
will mention that beliefs in this game getting you into trouble isn't going to get you like persona points. Or am I wrong about that?
So instincts are the big thing that have changed. In Burning Wheel, getting instincts getting in trouble will get you. But in this, they just want to be good. Beliefs totally could get you into trouble.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
My beliefs are, my exploits in this tower will be known across the dream. I want to be internet famous. My goal, I will find a flashier piece of loot in this tower than that little ring Jen found. My instinct, when I enter a new room, I always write a poetic description in my journal for later dreaming.
Which we're treating as like a cartography note-taking, basically, in preparation.
Yeah, I'm trying to box text my way into having a map.
Yep.
You don't have a physical map, you have the box text that describes the room.
It's just like a flowchart of how these box texts fit together, rather than
I
an actual map.
I have scholar, not cartographer.
Oh.
I mean, it'll
luck.
be useful in a.
I'm using the skills at my disposal.
Okay.
It'll be useful in a
Map making will
non-stressful
strictly be
situation.
cartography, by the way. Just to
Yep,
heads
Yep.
up.
I know.
Cool.
I'm not saying it'll be good for navigation. Nothing.
Awesome. Okay. So can I move us back to the start page? Does anyone still need the Fate Persona page on Roll20?
Good.
Give me just 1 second to
Sure.
take a.
So just at the end of last session, I believe you stumbled upon a glowing magical sigil. You were curious about it and started tracing it down, I believe, a copy of it.
Yes.
While you did so, some of the rubble nearby on this floor started shaking and rumbling, and while you were able to create the sigil, this piece, let's call it, this torso, this one-armed torso of a golem, started crawling. Finally, managed to dig its way out of the rubble and started crawling a bit towards you. As we start the session, it actually sees the group of you after it crawls a few paces towards you. It stops, and it says something. So you see on it a sigil carved into its face instead of a normal face. It just has like this sigil on a part of it that its head. It is like partly fractured and cracked, the stone that makes it. But you see this glowing sigil, and as it speaks in a language that you do not know, it says a short phrase, and the sigil on its face like glows a bit brighter and pulses in time with the speech. And it says that, and it like stops, like it's waiting for a response.
Can I repeat the same phrase that it said back to it?
Okay. So you do that. It repeats the phrase again, exactly.
I'm gonna bet it's not. Is it in Elvish?
No.
No.
I mean, if none of us understand, none of
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Not even the dwarf?
I mean, we've got all 4 languages covered here.
Yeah, allow me to double check, but I'm like already 99% sure this is not Elvish or Dwarvish or like Halfling language, which in most fantasy they don't, weirdly enough.
They do, yeah.
They do in this?
I don't think they do,
Okay.
no. I think it's just Elven, Dwarven, and then Draconic is mentioned at some point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
If
None of you recognize what the language is.
then can I ask it in English? Do you speak any other languages?
Okay. Instead of responding, it resumes pulling itself towards the group.
Ooh.
Do you want to get out of the circle? Maybe
It's not
stop it
fast.
from. Yeah,
It
maybe
will.
that'll stop it from kind of.
I think that Jen looks down at her feet nervously, is like, I don't know what getting out of the circle is going to do. Anyone seen a trap like this before?
Can I use Ritualist to figure out like what the sigil is?
That would be Lore Master, but yes.
It'd be Lore Master.
That would be me.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time on Wikipedia.
My only other idea is to smash it. So
I have lore 4.
Oh, okay.
I spent a lot of time on the Elven Wikipedia.
I have lore 0. So
do we want to know what this is? Do we stare at our feet instead of run away?
I think that if our choices are stand here staring at our feet or test it by stepping out is probably the better way because it doesn't take on the grind. So if you are positing that maybe figuring it out will take a long time, I will nervously just take a step back out of the sigil, 1 step further towards the door while watching the automaton and seeing how it responds.
Okay.
Still just kind of saying, like, what is it that you want us to do to the automaton?
Sure. The automaton does not respond to your question, and it continues to crawl towards you, though the sigil you stepped off of stops glowing.
Maybe we could just position ourselves between it and this hole, and it'll fall down.
That's a good idea. Let's try that.
Or the crack specifically, because it probably knows where the trapdoor is, I would assume.
Yeah. But if we put it over the crack, and that hopefully gives us another way up and down through here too. if
Well,
it's
is it
weaker there.
walking towards us, or is it walking towards the sigil? Can we tell?
You stepped away from it, so I guess you can tell it is crawling towards Jen in particular. Now,
I'll stay
Hmm.
in the sigil.
Then
Well,
I'll
Jim
move
was the only one in
around.
the sigil originally.
I
Like,
was the only one in the sigil. I think that you. Sorry, you names.
Zarek?
That
Indigo?
Zarek was nearby, like spouting off information as I tried to draw the sigil. So I think I'll just move back and forth a little bit till like make sure. Yes, is it following me
Yeah.
specifically?
not in a hyper-focused way. No. It
So it's
is-
us as a group.
Yes. It started off crawling towards you, but if someone else is closer, it'll focus on them instead.
Okay.
I mean, I can like smash it if we need to smash it. Like,
It's going slow enough that you unless you can. I don't think it actually is a test to just avoid it. It's slow enough that you can keep avoiding it, but doing anything else while avoiding it is kind of the issue. And it's hard to to smash. You'd have to get close to it.
It's
Well-
probably worth more functional than
Yeah.
deactivated.
Do you guys want to have it follow you around the room while I try to figure out what the circle does?
It depends on how long it's gonna take you to figure out what the circle does.
One roll. One roll of time.
sure, I'll
Let's-
take over the baby. Come here, little baby.
Or do we just want to I just don't know how else to pass this room with the information at hand.
We can always figure out the sigil later, because you said that we had the copy page of the sigil trap, so we can deal with that. It's just a matter of getting out of the room.
I think dealing with this thing before we go forward
Yeah.
probably the best idea, just because if the situation gets more complicated, then this thing all of a sudden becomes hopefully it's just gonna kind of walk away from it a little bit. This thing actually becomes a problem.
Yeah. So let's maybe deal with the automaton by trying to get it down the hole. Stand as a group and kind of lead it to over where the crack is.
Hopefully
If
using
it's-
the dust as a way to obscure its vision, maybe.
There is dust obscuring both it and your vision right now. Do you want to try and do something to increase the effect of that?
Persuade? Can we persuade it to fall down a hole?
I'm always looking for structural weaknesses. Can I have it crawl over a weak part of the floor that will crumble?
I mean, that's what we were
Let's-
trying to
there's
do.
already
so
a
that
cr-
makes
there's
So
already
sense.
that's your
crack.
instinct. So
Yeah.
without it taking up a turn on the thing, you can make a test do that. Now, like any test, there can be consequences for failure, but unlike most tests, it will not also advance time.
That would
Got
be
it.
Dungeoneer?
Let me double check skill list. I think there's a masonry one. That might be what it is.
I have stonemason. I
Yeah,
have
I'm thinking stonemason.
dungeoneer. I also have sapper.
Oh.
A skill about breaking things.
Yeah, stonemason is possible. Sapper is about experts in the unpredictable dynamics of digging and defending in dark tunnels below. That's probably better here. A lot of the sapper in the examples given are for traps and stuff. I would say in this case we need, especially because we're doing this in instinct. Sapper, if it's not made of stone, that's not consistent enough. But I think stonemason in this case, it is a pure stone tower made of the same material as your hammer.
Yeah, they're the same number either way.
Yeah, stonemason. And the obstacle here would normally be 2, with some factors. A base of 2. The obstacle is increased by 1 because of the dust. At 3. But also, Who of among you are in bright light versus dim light? Because I think we have a torch out right now.
Yeah,
Who's
Indigo has the
holding a
No, I have a
lantern.
You have a
lantern,
lantern
which
that
covers
will cover 3 people in
people.
bright light and 1 person in dim light. Now you can move
So
around.
I'm in light.
So
I'm in light because I have the lantern.
yeah. So I think with the help of bright light, I'm not going to be strict about like you can just in a conflict or something where it's the time is more against you, then I might be a bit more strict with who has the bright and dim light. Or if you're in like an single file tunnel, obviously. But here, I'd say you don't have there's a penalty if you're in dim light, and you can't do it at all in darkness. Dwarves, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just
So I think the
checking.
obstacle is 3 then.
Okay. Can I use Born of Earth and Stone?
What? That's your ability. What does it do?
That's my trait.
It's your trait. Ah, yeah. You can just use your trait then. That'll
Okay.
give it a +1 to be like, yep, I know stone.
Okay. So if I click, will it? Let's see here. Oh wait, it lets me do the drop down of the trait. Okay. For me. And then I just click. Oh wait, what's the ob again?
3 total.
Does that include the +1 for the
That is to include the +1
It's
for
2
the
base
dust, right?
+1 for the dust. Yeah.
Okay.
Where do I put the ob in? Oh, against ob 3. Why is it? Hold on, let me see here. Is it an independent roll?
I don't think any of us are helping you.
It is
Yeah.
an independent
instinct
roll.
there.
If it's
Okay.
it's versus rolls is like against someone else's roll.
Mhm.
Everything else is independent.
And then this would take 1 turn off the grind.
This will not take any turns actually.
Okay. I think this is everything.
Oh,
'Cause it
there's a
took me to
mechanic on your sheet. Okay, we're currently at
Yeah.
3 turns in the grind.
Where do I put that?
On the grind that
I thought this was. Oh no, turns of the grind. So like that.
I think you're at 3. Yeah.
Okay.
See
Can
what
we
happens.
update the turn order to make that accurate then?
It should be saying 3. Saying 3.
Mine just says 1.
It says 1.
Oh, it's literally broken then. Okay, I'm going to do something else then. I'm not going to use the turn order. I'm going to switch us back if we're done to this.
Oh wait, is it count 3 and then?
Oh, yeah, it looks like it is not
Okay.
properly saving when I'm trying to edit it. That's why it's this is a Roll20 glitching issue, which is fun. So I'm just going to remove the turn order. The grind is at 3. The lantern Zarek is at 2, I believe, right now. And the dust is at 1 already. It ends at 2. So
Oh, I see where you're doing it.
that's right at the bottom. I'm going to so to make it easier to see.
I'd
turn order.
also love to check how fussy are we being with what is being held in hands? Like, because I know that when we are kitting out absolutely everything, I'm not sure if we are currently carrying 3 things. Like, if we're carrying a lantern and you have a 2-handed weapon,
You cannot fight
what's
with your
happening
two-handed
with that?
weapon while
How
you're holding your
fussy?
lantern, but the lantern could be
My
attached to your
lantern's
belt.
on my belt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, speaking of that, is my maul 1 or 2-handed? I could not find that anywhere.
All is two-handed, so you can
Okay.
hold it in one hand, but you can't use it unless it's
Yeah,
in 2 hands.
because I looked at the base stone teller, and it said like 1 hand, like they had it in 1 hand, but I'm like that doesn't make sense. It's a maul, so it's like you fight
Yeah.
with 2 hands,
It's
but you can hold it.
Okay.
carried 1, wielded 2. Okay, the full thing for it: carried 1, wielded 2.
Okay.
-1 die to all conflict actions, but +2 success on attack. So it's basically harder to succeed with anything, but if you hit with an attack, it hits real hard.
Got it.
It also has, I'll put the full text. It ignores chain and it does extra damage to plate.
Mhm.
And it has +1 die to breach barriers, so like breaking things down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Given we're faced by a rusty door, good to know.
Okay, so this should be a good roll, right? It says 4D, but I only have 2 in stonemason. So why is it 4?
Shouldn't be.
Because if I do no trait, it says 3D. I don't know why.
Oh, it's because you're fresh. You're all
Oh,
fresh right now, which
yes.
is giving you +1 dice.
okay. Yep. I'm gonna roll it now. What?
Okay, 0 successes.
You gotta
Beautiful.
roll well.
So, this didn't take a turn on the thing, but I think something happens. You notice something else instead as you are looking around. You, so you're all avoiding this. Bended, you're keeping an eye, like, okay, where's the crack on? You see something in the cracks of the stone, the smaller ones, not the one you crawled up through. They are there are signs of what looks like a relatively new, not an old, but a current nest of a creature. Not a large nest, like a small bird nest. There's no
Okay.
eggs in there. But you can confirm there's no other structural weaknesses. Like the basalt is actually strong. The earthquake has the large crack that you made. Um, it is actually quite well built. That yeah, this crack was made, but the tower still held together, and the parts that are unbroken are more stable than they look. Unfortunate for you in this case, but also you know that there's no risk of it really collapsing later.
This is some good stone, guys. This is like real strong.
Surprisingly stable. That said, there are other creatures in here.
Yeah. Also, there's like a bird nest or something over there. That's not my forte. I'm here with the stone guy. What's he saying? Is he still talking?
The nest itself is empty, but might be more. Might not be empty.
Yeah.
The creature
That is a
continues
good
to
question.
crawl after you.
Is he saying anything more?
Um,
Repeat the first phrase he said? Does he say anything to that?
He does not. The creature, it does not. Like I said, with consistent attention, you can keep stepping away from it, but you need to keep stepping away from it, basically, as it crawls towards the nearest person continuously.
So yeah, let's kind of move over here towards the crack, and hopefully that problem takes care of itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a roll to do this, so I think I'll just say what happens. As you all step over there, you can see that, just like you, the creatures, the golem seems to be able to see around itself, and it knows enough to avoid the crack as well. It starts crawling around it. It seems to be able to perceive the area, not just the people in it. Like you can see the crack, so can it.
I think we gotta smash it, guys. I hate to do it, dudes, but we gotta smash the rock.
I mean, you're the rock smashing guy.
Do it while it's over the crack, and maybe it'll go through.
I think this basalt's real strong, but I'll give it a try. And I just have my big hammer.
You just like wait for it to get close to you, and then
I go to whack-a-mole.
Basically, yeah. All right. You got one shot at this before it might hurt you if you don't get it. So let's.
I assume that's fighter.
That will be fighter. Yeah. The difficulty for this, I think, will be. Are you trying to damage it directly, or trying to like knock it down the cliff, down the crack?
I think I'm just trying to smash it.
Just trying to smash it. That'll be ob 3 then by default, +1 from the dust still. I think that's everything. So for any roll, any test made specifically. So you have the skill of a fighter. You have +1 from fresh. Anything else that you, any traits, any help, wises anyone else wants to use. I don't think you can use wises for yourself. They're mainly used to help each other without risk.
Is it ob 3 including the dust, or would that make it 4?
It makes it 4.
Okay. I mean, I could use Born of Earth and Stone again because I have it twice.
It's a stone creature.
That worked so well last time.
Well, you're going to be -2 dice, right?
No.
Not -2, +1 ob is what the penalties are.
+1 ob, but then I'm using the maul, so it's
-1
+2
for the maul.
No, it's
The maul is only
a
a penalty in a fight, like not the fighter tests, but in a like capital C conflict.
Oh,
which we haven't
okay.
done
That's
yet.
where I'm getting confused.
Okay, so I don't get the +2. I just assume that's successes.
That's correct. The maul,
Okay.
I think. Double check. The wording says +1 dice to breach barriers, which means I would not count this as a barrier. I don't think the maul gives you penalties or bonuses.
Okay. Yeah.
It grants
right now
+2 to attack, +2 S,
but this
but
isn't
suffers a -1d penalty to all actions.
Those are all in fights, basically.
all conflict actions.
Yeah, +2 S attack, which is which is a specific conflict action. -1 dice to all conflict actions. Yeah, it's all the maul. Most of the maul stuff is just conflict. Breach barriers is the only thing outside of a conflict in this barrier. So yeah, as I said, the maul doesn't affect you. Is anyone helping? Does anyone have a wise they want to use to help that way?
Would this be considered a wizardly construct?
Yes.
I would like to help with wizard murder wise.
Perfect. That is so. In this case, yeah, you grant an extra die to Bended by giving advice.
You
do
tell
you
me to
say?
strike it in the rune.
That's getting to be a bit familiar.
Yep.
Advice from the wizard.
I'm not a wizard, I'm an elf. It's different.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
from the elf.
Yep. Okay. If that is everything, then let's roll. Test.
Okay. Jesus.
All right.
Guys, you should have just left me back at camp.
Yeah, why did we? You brought 1 success this whole time.
Now, for both of your tests, remember to mark advancement. But,
okay.
So mark a failure on stonemason and a failure on fighter. But you, so in this case, whenever you fail, I have 2 options. I can either basically give you a twist, which is like things change enough that there's like a new obstacle or a new threat, and you don't really progress. It might mean you succeed and something replaces it, or it might mean you don't quite succeed. Or I can say you succeed but inflict a condition. In this case, I think it's that last one. I think that you are able to smash the golem, but not on your first hit. It is more stubborn than you might expect, and it continues to like tear towards you as you're smashing it. It reaches down. It almost wrenches your hammer from you, and it is going to injure you. Take the injured condition, but you smash the golem. So, take your first condition. You are no longer fresh. So you uncheck fresh, but you mark injured. Now another thing happens. Because this is our 4th tick on the grind, everyone is going to mark the hungry and thirsty condition, which means everyone also unmarks fresh. Now that you've taken a condition, you're no longer fresh.
Okay. Can we solve that condition right away, or
You can
no?
immediately remove it if you choose to have a snack.
Time. I
Um,
would like to.
the
I think we should maybe figure out what happened with the golem first, and then maybe snack time.
the
But
dust now
Oh,
settles.
we're in the dark, and we're in pitch black.
The dust settles, and the lantern is burnt out. Also,
ah, so we think so. The hammer falls, and so does the darkness and the
it's
dust.
not in the exact same moment, but yes, the lantern like burns lower and lower and lower, and by the time the like multiple repeated smashing is over with, and the golem is now rubble, the lantern is burned low enough that basically you can see like the dim flame, but it's illuminating nothing beyond like the metal lantern itself.
Is it gone?
Unless I like just died and we all just died because it's dark.
Everyone dies a little bit every night.
I really hope the afterlife
Brutal.
isn't just with you three.
Now, none of you have checks, I believe, which means you are not feeling ready to make camp yet. If none of you have checks,
No.
so you're all feeling a bit hungry. It's been a long, it has actually been longer than it seems because like you've been careful with all of this. It's been actually probably over an hour you spent in this tower so far as you've been cautious.
Yeah. So I do the responsible thing, and I take a draft of wine.
I was
Yes.
thinking the exact same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
Always
if?
drink and delve.
Yeah. Why would I
Seems
not?
right.
Why would I drink water? One wine is a much better object to consume.
I'm happy to follow. How does drinking work, and how much does a wineskin carry?
One draft, so you switch it from wine to empty, and when you drink wine specifically, you can mark off either hungry and thirsty, or I think it's angry. Double check.
Is there a way to mark like empty? I don't
I'm
think there
seeing
is.
damaged, but
think you just
not
have
a
to
way to mark
rename it.
empty.
I think you rename it. It's it.
I'm just gonna use damaged because that's easier. On a similar note, I have multiple things of oil. As in, I have oil, which is a multiple item.
Here we go. When drunk, one draft of wine either eliminates hungry or thirsty, or it grants an extra die to recover from angry or. So in this case, yeah, you can just use it and remove hungry and thirsty.
I took water, not wine. So what
Like
does
a
water
coward.
do?
Like a
It
coward.
is still remove hungry and thirsty. You just don't get the other option.
Okay.
Of
The
And you're
dwarf
gonna
is
get
the only sober
dysentery.
one?
You're gonna get dysentery. It's you've never traveled before.
What? No, this is like good water. You know, it's like
it's
I put some,
dwarven
like,
mountain
pebbles in
water.
it.
Did
Dwarven
you
have
crack
like
a rock
Yeah.
open? Did
dwarven,
you get that from the water mine? Did
the
you
dwarves have
crack
like
open a
bottled
rock?
water from the snow of the mountains.
Yeah. It's like at the top. It's called like Arrowhead. Like it's real good water, guys. It's real good. As I like,
It still feels cold.
yeah, it's still cold because I put like
Ice.
cold stones
Yeah.
in it.
It's actually
Not
not
ice.
water when you bottle it. You bottle it as like slush.
Yeah,
Snow is just so much air, though. You would need to. I feel like it would take a lot of work to fill a canteen.
So
yeah. Also, ow! As I look at my hand and just see like it's bleeding.
yeah, I think just at the second as you were smashing it, it like grabbed one of your hands. Like as you're holding them all, it grabbed it over them all and like started crushing it. So there's
Yeah.
you hope
Can I,
none of
like-
your fingers are broken.
I think we have to
like
wait for
we-
camp for healing, right?
Yes,
Hit
If
the
we
You can only heal in camp.
without specific. I think so. Yes. So when you camp, you can make a roll to recover from injuries. You can also camp heal in town.
That feels weird. But
Yep.
I don't know the rules of this game. Okay, so
Yep.
you can.
You can heal in town or in camp. You need to acquire checks that you can spend when camping to do almost everything in camp. You acquire checks, which is a currency, by usually using traits against yourself.
Okay. So by using a trait against myself, that would be talk to a threat that is obviously so threatening that it's
That's
a
your
stupid
instinct.
idea to talk to it.
That's your
Oh, right,
instinct.
trait.
Yeah, your trait, I think everyone has one or two.
And that's the... Nope.
It's at the bottom left.
Oh, touched by the
So, like,
gods.
Born of
Skeptical,
Earth
that
and
thing.
Stone is the trait. It has a limit of being used for yourself twice per session, but against yourself, I don't think there's a limit.
Mine has 3 pips, but like I don't know if that's a
That's for
hard.
advancement. Actually, here we go. If you use a trait against yourself, once per session per trait, you'll lose 1 dice. So it won't be as bad as +1 awe, but you'll lose 1 dice on the test. You'll gain a check no matter what. If you use it against yourself in a versus test, the person rolling against you gets +2 dice, but you gain 2 checks. I'm going to put that in our thing in. I'm putting it in our procedure for tests as a reminder.
And I'm assuming that checks are essentially also used to reduce whatever burden I get from being a Thurge, which can be spent in any order, because if we can only heal at camp, and I can then only use the spell to increase healing at camp, I would then use the thing to get rid of that problem after.
You're never going to be healthy again.
Yep, that's part of Torchbearer. You're never going to be back to 100%.
Okay. We'll figure this out.
Do we mark fresh if we remove hungry and thirsty?
The only time you ever mark fresh again is if you basically leave town after spending time in town 100% perfect. No conditions.
Okay, got it.
You paid your bills. Everything's fine. Congratulations, you got fresh again. Virtually
you need to go to a spa day.
Not
you need to go to a spa day before you can get that again.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I understand now.
But I do have healer at 4 for we are in camp. I can do the healing checks.
The only spells I currently have are help you with the healer checks. So, okay, that's a lie. The only spells that aren't going to overload me immediately and start me bleeding from the mouth are ones to help your healer checks.
But it's good to know we have the mouth bleeding spells prepared and ready to go.
I should mention, actually, I'm going to move us to a new reference thing. I'm going to use on Roll20 that will help. I found at the end of this handbook. But I should say we need an adventure leader. At the start of each adventure, one person is the leader who's like the ultimate, hey, we've been discussing for too long, we decide on this kind of person. It's entirely, there's no strict, this is what they can and can't do versus everyone else thing. It's a bit softer, but having one is still a good idea for that. I propose that it is Jen because I believe she was the one had the closest hook to it of your goal last session was Stry. Might still be. Was it?
It was more a personal thing. Mine was pick up a good book, but yes.
Okay.
The intention was loot the place.
Mine is loot the tower.
My goal last time was understand who the holder of secrets is or was.
Okay. But the hook for the reason that the group of you were hired, I believe, was someone who you don't know. They were acting through a middle party. Said, "Oh, an abandoned wizard's tower. Go bring me whatever you can. Basically, I'll buy it. I'll basically pay you by buying the stuff you find."
I will happily take on later because it's such a wonderful thing to be in charge of all of you older folk. Also because it makes sense that I'm the connection to the fence there. of wherever we're selling off the stuff of Wizard Towers, given that that's essentially what my job's always been. If everyone else is all right with that.
Yeah,
Adventure
sounds good to
leader.
me.
Works for me.
Okay, perfect.
Are you telling us to leave the room? Is that what the adventure leader
I mean,
conversation was?
we all spent...
I'll use an oil to turn the lights back on.
we have... I assume if we have an oil to turn the lights back on, we've got our crumbled golem on the floor, and we still need a way out of this room. There's a ceiling that's too high for us to reach 20 feet up above us, and a rusted shut door, so let's try and figure out what's up with the door.
I could hit the door.
Anyone
Anyone
have any
else?
thieves
That's a
tools,
better idea.
or...
Oh, I have Thieves' Tool, but I mean, if he wants to bash it open,
I mean, you.
well,
could
I
try
guess it
your,
would be better to be a little more subtle.
I mean,
Uh,
there are like birds or something here or so. I don't know. There's not my forte.
How big are the bird eggs?
There
I
are no
didn't
eggs.
see any.
There are no
okay.
eggs. The birds
They're
themselves.
just nests.
It's just a nest, maybe a second one next to it.
Okay.
The nest doesn't feel that big. But there are other creatures here.
Yeah. What can you tell me about the design of the door? Like, is there a metal frame? Is it just half-pin barrel hinges? Is it a solid metal door? Is it like a grate?
Answer you.
As I poke at it with my glaive, my expensive
last time we moved
ceremonial
towards-
moon-shaped glaive.
Last time we moved towards the door, we triggered a trap. But if
Yeah.
you're already there, let's hope that we just do it again.
I didn't move very far from that, so...
What was your question exactly?
What can you tell me
Question.
about the door?
Yeah.
By that, I mean, I would like to pull out my poetry journal and read my own description of the door, but through you.
Perfect.
Are the hinges on the outside?
Yeah. You the hinges are on the inside. The entire door it looks like it was once well made, but in years it looks like not that long. It's well rusted. It was once iron, probably. There's a now pretty much ruined design of maybe like it looks like a starscape on it, but it's like rusted and worn. Like parts of it have just complete recognition now.
Is it a solid piece of metal, or is it like a fence door?
It is a solid piece of metal with a similarly rusted metal doorknob on the side.
Is there a door frame, or is the hinges pinned directly into the stone? Is it like a solid unit?
I would
or
say
is
it's
it
pinned directly
just
into the stone.
door. Okay. And you say it's super rusted.
Yes.
The dwarf.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm blanking on dwarven name. I'm not that rude.
Ben dead.
Ben dead.
You can just call me Ben.
Ben. Benny boy. I think I found where you need to hit.
My like
And I would-
fucked up hand. I go, okay. Just like
Are we able to pick it or no?
Is there anywhere? Yeah.
We haven't tested if it's locked.
You don't know if it's locked.
No
do
one's
know.
tried to
Open
open the door.
yeah. I go to lift up my hammer and I go and just try the door.
It's unlocked.
And I open it and I go, ta-da.
Don't open that door.
What you
I've
do
read
know
stories about this.
So when Zarek, you were next to the door, I can also confirm it is silent inside. On the side, you don't hear anything.
I was worried the creaky metal door would alert
It is
a
creaky.
danger rooster or whatever.
It is creaky, but you don't hear like chirping.
Well, I guess
Okay.
that's one way to go. Next, who wants to lead?
Not me. My hand still hurts, dude.
I'll hold the lantern up.
Marching order for the next bit of the doorway.
Yeah.
Well, I stand in the doorway and write poetry for a
Oh,
bit, and then we go in.
Okay. Well, good poetry time, because unlike the other areas, the chamber in here is perfectly preserved. There's no dust or rubble. Everything around appears intact, as if the owner just left the room. At the midpoint of the central wall sits an ornate bed. Laying in the bed is a body dressed in finery. You see another golem like you saw before, but fully intact, motionless, right next to the bed. Looking near your feet, you have not stepped on this one, but just inside the doorway is another glyph circle in the floor, just past the entryway in. You also see 2 comfortable chairs, 5 bookcases overflowing with books. There's a desk covered with a suite of alchemical equipment. There's a curved wall near the rusted door with another metal privacy screen. And there is a set of spiral stairs not far from the bed going up.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like we found our way to this 3rd floor.
Yeah. I think now is when we do try to read the floor, right? Is now floor reading time? Because I think, based on the last room, and adventure leader, please feel free to correct me if my supposition is wrong, but if we enter this room, that guy will break Bannon's other hand.
Can we compare the sigil that we wrote down to the one on the floor? Do they look exactly the same?
They are identical.
I'd say that's a pretty good guess, yes. We don't have any way to experiment with the broken golem to see what happens if we break the sigil anymore. Is there any way around it without stepping on it or activating it?
Not easily. You can try to lead the group over it, but it is kind of like stepping over a large... It's large enough that it will take effort, like a running jump. Functionally a test.
I mean, that still seems better than activating it, and I want to see what's happening in the bed there.
I have wizard skills. I spent so long in learning all my wizard skills.
Can you
I have
use
so many wizard skills.
Can you use your lore master to figure something out?
That's what I mean. Like, it would be this. The test would either be we figure out what the thing does and decide after that, or we don't test and do something silly to avoid it.
I mean, I think we know what the thing does. It activates the golem. The question is, can we turn it off? And will doing the lore master test actually give us the option to turn it off? And I don't think that's what the lore master skill is for.
Well, if the lore master skill might be able to tell us how it works, and then you break it to turn it off.
I do have the Arcanist
We already
skill.
know how it works. You step on it, the golem starts.
I do have the Arcanist skill. Can I summon a blade of pure mana to cut the thing in half?
You cannot cast spells. You know
Arcanists
about wizards.
Command the elements and shape raw ether.
Okay, then this would effectively
That is
be
in
like
the description.
cantrips. You don't have any controlled magic then.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do an actual spell. I'm trying to get raw magic juice and break the spell circle with it. Like a blowtorch on a finely crafted porcelain
actually
something.
do think that is feasible. Is that what you're committing to doing?
It's just a suggestion. If we could skip observation and go straight to destruction, that's my suggestion.
You're not a wizard scholar. You're a wizard murderer.
Yeah, I know how to kill wizards.
I mean, killing this sigil and straight to destruction is kind of the goal here. Either get over it or destroy it, preferably destroy it.
I do have a feeling that using Arcanist to destroy the sigil might be extremely difficult. That's my feeling.
Fair. That's a fair point.
Do you think there's going to be another skill that's going to be better for destroying it?
Oh no,
Our
I just
option is
have a feeling that
to break the stone it's carved into. But I'd be worried that would turn the golem on.
Yeah, that's kind of my worry as well.
Yeah. If you want to break it with Arcanist, I have Demolition Wise and Stone Wise.
Cool.
So
wait a second, hold on.
Yeah.
there's a steel door right next to the circle, right?
Rusted, but
Well,
rusted
yeah.
iron. But yes.
Can we break off the hinges and just put it over the stone circle, or the circle, and then step over it like a bridge?
I like that idea. Can we break off the hinges, test the door on the stone circle on the inside, see if it lights up when the door is over top of it, and then if it works and doesn't light up, use it on the other door.
Even better idea.
Mm,
We only have the one door though.
Oh,
Well,
we
we
can
just
move
shove
it,
it.
though.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
attached to the wall.
Well,
Not
that's
if you
why
take
I'm
off the
thinking-
hinges.
Yeah.
Would it be a test to pop it off the hinges?
So just a heads up, I just checked. Sapper is used to disarm sigils or runes. Even
Okay.
like if disarming traps include sigils or runes, if you're treating it like a trap. I think that Arcanist, looking at the Arcanist skill list, it is primarily looks like used for set spells. I'd say you can help Sapper with Arcanist. In this
Fair.
case, I think I would. Torchbearer is a bit odd because it's pretty like there's so many specific skills that usually there doesn't need to be an overlap between them. It's usually like, okay, it's clearly in this one skill. In this case, I would allow Arcanist, but it will be more difficult with Sapper.
Sapper is 6 for sigils or runes.
Mm.
Plus in stone, that's 8. It's a big one all around the room. That's long. That's 10. Plus,
It's
I
not
don't
actually
think
all around the room. It's like it's multiple feet wide, but it's not.
Then
so. It'd be
let's
short. So
try
9.
going.
9
then let's-
instead of 10.
Try going with the door plan of can we pop this door off its hinges, test it, and see if it'll work to get us over the sigil without us actually triggering it.
Yeah, let's try the door plan. I like the door plan.
Yeah. What do
what
we
about
need
the-
to pop the door off the hinges off the door?
I mean, it's a rusted door. We could probably just bash the
Time.
hinges, right?
Yeah, there wouldn't even be a test to do it.
It would
Okay.
just be one turn of the clock.
It wouldn't
let's
even be
do
that.
that.
You only the
Oh.
clock only advances when you do a test.
Oh,
So-
well, I have iron spikes. I grab an iron spike and I wedge it
Yep.
in under the hinge and just pop off all 3 hinges.
You take the hinges off,
And then I fall backwards a little bit as I am a sickly elf who spends too much time on elf internet, and the dwarf helps me get the door down.
Yep, it's not a.
I mean,
thick
we're all
door. It doesn't feel like it's like reinforced like a fortress door, but it's still pretty heavy. But,
And we maneuver the door into the room that we were previously in and lie it down on the sigil to see if it starts glowing.
okay. It does not start glowing.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's step on top
And-
of it.
On the door on top of the sigil and then see if it starts glowing.
It does not start glowing.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
So this is something
Maneuver
that
door
Torchbearer has a
to
mechanic
new
for
play.
called Smart Ideas. You auto succeed, and it doesn't take any time.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Yes.
Yay.
So the inventor did not call this specific idea out. This is something that you guys came up with, but it does say how the circles work, and you do not activate it.
All
Excellent.
right. Then let's
Yeah.
move the door over to the new sigil, use it as a bridge, and advance into the next room to more closely examine everything.
Perfect.
As soon as we get the door laid, I would like to run faster than Jen to the dead wizard.
Okay. Well, assuming there's no competition over that, you get to the wizard first.
What the running is? Let's calm down with the running, guys.
yeah.
Anything cool? Is it holding anything cool?
So, a lot of things going on here. As you approach the person, you can see that they are an extraordinarily well kept but definitely dead corpse. They are not breathing. It looks like they passed away like a day ago, but you're not clear if that's
Oh, wow.
real because if you look around, there's no dust in this whole room. Like everything is perfectly kept. but this person has not decayed. This person, an old male. Looks like he's like 100.
Okay.
You do notice, even at a glance, he has his hands clasped in front of him. It almost looks like he's in like specific repose. On his hands is a very valuable looking gold.
Ooh. Yoink. Or like
Yoink.
Do we know? Do we know if this is a human, right?
Yes.
And how sure are we that he's dead? Is he like not moving at all, or
Not moving,
like
not breathing. Do you want to poke around or like intimately? Do you like feel for a pulse or something?
Let's throw a rock at him.
Does that take time?
I'm gonna take
Tests
the,
take time. I will call for a
I'm-
test if needed. Then you can
I'm gonna
decide.
take the garlic off, the garland of garlic off my neck and put it on his face first.
Perfect. There is no reaction at all.
Okay, good. And then I'll check to see if there's a pulse or anything like that.
Perfect. There is no pulse. The body is cold.
Okay.
While
Just
my
wanna make
compatriots
sure,
are
guys.
worried about the thing on the bed, I've been presented with a bunch of books, a goal to find a good book, and Bookwise.
That is
I
true.
would like to pour through this library and find the best, highest quality books to start loading up into sacks.
Okay, so before we forget about the gold ring, whoever
Okay.
does Zarek, you said you looted it. It is worth
Yep.
5 dice of treasure.
Ooh.
You
that's more than the other one.
You
So
can wear it
yeah.
on your hand, one,
do.
or you can put it in your pocket. It's small enough to fit.
The point's to be flashy.
Okay.
Gold ring.
Beat Serpent Ring, apparently.
Just having Bookwise is enough. You can recognize that pretty much every book in here is rare and valuable. This will be worth a fortune.
Okay, so there's not even a point to necessarily picking off the best of them. We just need to make sure that they're safe.
As you look over it,
dude.
the books contain, write this down, 25 different treatises of pack 1 each, 9 codices of pack 2 each.
Okay, I'm gonna ask that to be dropped somewhere, because...
I have a large sack in my backpack because I was requested to bring one.
I
But
have
other
two
than
large
that,
sacks.
other than that,
Well,
I have
There's a
my
bed.
own.
There's a bed. Beds have sheets. What is a sheet if not an unfolded sack?
As I
Smart.
said, I've got 2 more large sacks as well. So.
Do we Hey, Jen, is there any cookbooks over there?
Are you looking through are you actually like flipping through the titles and looking at what the books are about?
I mean, I think once I've realized the books are all pretty valuable, yeah, I'll just scan the titles and see, especially if I'm getting asked that question. Are there any cookbooks?
No. Most of the books seem to be focused on very. Each book is dedicated to systematically exploring a single subject. Most of them are individual ancient languages or some aspect to do with the stars.
Is there a difference between treatises and codices and their value?
With Bookwise, I would say
Codice seems to be a collection of treaties.
so
one...
you know that most of these books are so specific, they will only be useful to rare collectors. The good news is the person who hired you is probably one of those rare collectors. So an ordinary bookstore wouldn't even care about these. You're not sure how much they will buy it for. Like they said, I believe they are actually paying you in advance for certain things. Let me double check. Yes, you are here. They are willing to pay a fair price after recouping their initial investment for any book. So they gave you 2 pouches of gold coin. So like they expect you to bring back that much worth of books first, and then that'll undo the debt. But then they'll pay you back basically anything else fairly. Yep. So the big thing is you have a buyer for everything you have inland. How much that's worth, I'm going to double check. There's a specific rule for this, functionally, which is, here we are. Oh, there's a subtitle. Hold on.
So many rules.
Yeah, specific
Should be a lot.
book. There's subtables for like books that are. Hold on a second.
If they're going to tell me that treatises are different than codices
So,
and have different
They are
pack
something
space,
called
there's got to be
value
a difference.
X. Value X items have no market value. They're worthless to those who don't understand or want them, but they have significant value to the rare few who are in need of their contents. Price must be negotiated between 2 parties, whatever the one side is willing to pay. So if you want more money, you could start negotiating. I think by default, it would be 1 die per pack. So the treatises, which are pack 2, would be worth 2 dice each, and the books of pack 1 would be worth 1 die each.
So
Well,
how
as much
many
as you want.
large
But that's
sacks
before
do we have?
negotiation.
How many large sacks do we have access to?
Also, you
3.
you can only
Yeah.
hold so many.
Because
3 large sacks.
assuming that neither Zarek nor Holfman has them.
And we have
Holfen.
48 pack of book.
And each pack, we have 18 worth of sack.
So 25 treatises, which is pack 1 each, and then 9
Yeah.
codices, which is pack 2 each.
I'd like to fill at least one of them with a pack because I'm not. If I have to, I will drop the pack of books to pick out a sword. But I am concerned that something we find as we continue exploring the tower will do something to crack the stasis of this room, and that suddenly all of the books will start crumbling or go up in a fire. So I want at least as much as I can carry with me. But I'm not
Um,
so much of a
can we-
fighter. So
Can we get an improvised sack out of the sheets?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I would
So
say
that's-
large sack. Like it's.
Yeah. So that's another 6. That's 24.
So that's 1 sack each.
Wait, I just
all
checked.
the...
So just to check, this won't really change things. But what are you doing to the body to get those sheets? Are you just like picking it up, and, like
Magician
turning
trick.
it over? Oh, magician trick.
Yeah.
So it's still on there. So you just like pull it
Yeah.
out. Okay.
Um,
You're not just
I
like
have-
okay, up and over, splat on the ground.
I have an idea. Do we have like a long? Oh wait, you have a 10-foot pole, right?
I do.
Is there
We're gonna
some
tie
way?
the sacks on the
No. Is there some way to tie the sacks to the ends of the 10-foot pole to carry them out like on our shoulders?
That no yoke
That's
would
a
be too far
really
because that would
heavy.
be
It's
head feet across.
Yeah,
The
unfortunately,
better
not for
answer
those.
is you have it in a line and you have one person of similar height on either side with the sacks in the middle.
Ooh, yeah.
You have just like a regular staff.
For small sacks, I might allow that.
Hmm.
The large sacks
Not
are
for large
like
sacks.
extra large
Two-handed,
garbage
yeah.
bags. It's gonna be too much.
Filled with books. Garbage
Filled
bags
with
filled with books.
Yeah, that will absolutely
And
snap
having
them,
moved a
too.
lot of books, the difference between a
Mm.
tree and a book is not much.
Yeah.
So to be clear, we're not necessarily going home directly with these things. I'm just looking for a temporary, let's grab a few of them in a sack. We can solve the carrying capacity stuff later when
You
we're
could fill the
fully
sacks
ready
and
to
then leave the
leave
sacks
this
here
tower.
until you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to
what I
say,
was
can we
thinking.
leave the sack outside maybe? Just because
Like
that
in the
seems-
first room, the one we know
or,
is
I don't
fine.
think-
or even
I
just
don't
like
think
directly
outside.
outside the tower.
I don't think outside. We
say-
leave it in the first room.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just
I'm good with leaving it in the first room, but I think we need to explore the first room carefully first because we
yeah,
didn't
that's
do
what I was
that.
about to say.
So let's fill the sacks with as much as they can carry, bring them back down to the first room, explore the first room, and then keep exploring up.
Okay,
While
so
we're filling up the
Yeah.
books, I'm gonna head over to the that privacy.
yeah,
See if
there's an
what's
alcove
behind
in this
there.
side of side of the floor.
specifically seeing if there's any perfumes.
Interesting. There's another silver mirror as you look around, but you don't see any perfumes here. There do look like there are some like personal care items, but nothing especially expensive actually. More like there's a couple creams that don't look that valuable, or like more health related than like for his age than for like anything that feels luxurious. Yes.
Okay.
We get a loot sheet on Roll20.
That's a good idea.
So we can
I
just all have a collective.
So, because of the
I
carrying
don't know if that
capacity,
would-
pretty much things that are in your inventory will be anything you can carry back. I'll make a loot sheet nonetheless because, as we're seeing, there are some loot that you will like have in the area around you that won't be in your inventories.
That's what I was referring
Yeah.
to. Like stuff on the
Okay.
loot sheet explicitly not on anyone's character
Yeah, it's
sheet.
in,
It's
like, the
stuff we
area
know
around them.
where it is,
Yeah.
and we just need to retrieve.
Anyone
In
now
that
should be
case,
able
we
to
have
see
a
an
cache
evidence.
of. Okay, so we have a cache of rope on the second floor, and right now we are collecting 4 sacks worth of books. One
I
of
also
Nick's
have rope.
sacks made of sheep.
Are you focusing
Yes.
on the books or the treatises first?
I mean, as far as
They're the same value per
If-
weight, but I just
let's grab all the codices first, and then
Okay.
the treatises after.
So I could fit 3 in my sack because they're 2 each, right?
the codices are 1-to-1. The treatises. Oh, I'm mixing them up.
Other way
I'm
around.
mixing them up. Yep.
Treatises are 1 each. Codices are 2, and there's 9 codices.
Yes. So focusing.
So
on
math-wise, we've got all 9 codices, and then 8 more treatises. We've got 17 treatises that we are leaving behind right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But we're currently just transporting them to the first floor, which we're then going to
Okay.
go and explore.
Who's the
How
first?
many sacks-
So who's doing most of the transport? I think it was either Bended or Jen. I wasn't sure.
My hand's broken, so
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's mostly
Jen?
I'm probably packing them. Have we found a better way down to the first floor?
No.
There's a
Oh, the
trapdoor
trapdoor
with
has a
small
ladder.
ladder,
So.
Yeah. How many sacks of books do we have?
Sacks
I
full.
have 1 large sack of books.
I
4.
improvised 1 large sack.
We have 4 total.
4 large sacks of books.
which can each hold 6 pack, which aka 3 codices times 4. So you could hold 12 codices. You can fill them with the 9, and then you can put 6 treatises in them.
Correct.
Okay.
So, 12,
So you pack up all the sacks.
12 codex, 9 treaties.
No, 9 codices, 12 treaties. Because the
Other way around.
codices are worth 2. The treatises are worth 1.
Either way, we do have that sorted.
9 codices, 6 treatises are what's packed up.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
And
3
now I
and
have
then
a
doubled to
spot
6.
in my satchel.
Okay. You could put another book in if you want to.
Oh, I absolutely will be. But
I'm not.
So is anyone bringing who's actually doing the moving out to the?
I think I'm packing them carefully into the sacks for them being moved
Okay.
to make sure that we're
So probably
preserving them
piled
as
up
best
near
we can.
into the room.
So we're asking who's actually doing the dragging from place to place.
Might be no one. Right?
We had Bended not doing so because of the broken hand. So that leaves who's volunteering between Zarek and Holfin to
I think
relocate some of our
you
stuff.
2
Wait,
might be doing your own thing.
Holfin was looking at something, so I
looking
guess
for
I'm
perfume,
moving
so
books.
Zarek.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess by process of elimination, I'm moving the bag.
Perfect. Zarek, as soon as you step out of the room holding the first sack, it
Oh,
suddenly
it comes to
feels
life.
much lighter.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You open it up
Jen!
and look at it, and everything inside has crumbled to near dust.
I look at my hand.
So,
What happens to the ring?
3 of the codices are now destroyed.
What happens to the ring?
It's untouched. It's gold.
Okay.
Okay.
I will, for my large sack, I will delete the codices from mine.
No.
And then,
Okay.
So, if they leave this room, then they are. They basically,
So-
yeah, something affects them and they crumble.
So,
Okay.
on the first floor, we have 1 thing of rope, 4 sacks, in which is 6 codexes, 6 treaties.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Not on the first
No,
floor
no,
anymore,
no, no,
because
no,
they
no.
started crumbling.
Yeah.
I imagine... Actually, Zarek, did you tell the others that they start crumbling, or you just start bringing them down anyways?
And please don't destroy every single thing we do.
Wait, so they
As soon as you
They
exit
all
the
fall-
room,
they all
start-
crumble as soon as we leave.
as soon as you leave this one room, not even the tower.
With the first
The first sack.
bag you take out, they have
Yeah,
crumbled.
you feel it shifting and
Oh. All right.
So minus 3
So-
codices for
Yep.
now.
Yes.
Unless
For
you wanna
now.
take more out.
Sorry, I thought that was after successfully moving.
No.
That was
No.
the failure
No,
rate.
no.
No, it wasn't a failure thing outright, like from a test. It was just you discovered that this happens by moving the first sack out.
Okay.
Did a rune flare when that happened?
Nope.
I think it's the opposite. I think the runes are keeping the books alive.
Okay. Do we have
Well, that means
paper?
for now we're
I'm
yes,
not
we do.
writing a book in a dungeon.
We have 2 scholars and a lot of paper, but not enough to easily
Not enough to write an
reproduce
entire
these
library?
right
What?
now.
Yeah.
That's true.
I have
So I'd
written
say
a
that-
book by hand. It took a week. And it was a short book because it was for an art project.
Then
Okay.
if we
I'm
want
not doing
as
it
much,
in a dungeon.
then if we want money, we either need to find some way to retain these books or find our money somewhere else. Is there anything else that looks either valuable in the room or that looks like it might be part of this magical preservation?
So looking around, the golem is something that could be valuable if you can figure out how to, control it
Yeah,
or
'cause-
figure or even copy the. You haven't the sigil on its head is different than the sigil on the ground that's currently. So you haven't traced that sigil yet. You are bookwise, so again, I'll tell you a bit more that you would know, which is, basically, as far as I can tell, you would need to copy the books fully in order to sell a replica of them, but you could make a copy of the titles of each of the books to bring to your buyer, work something out with them to okay, which of these are worth writing a full copy of, basically.
We could also hire a scribe, which might be an option.
Yeah.
Just
Just
send it to the dungeon? I
Well,
guess.
I
we
mean,
have to beat it
escort them.
first.
you know.
Yeah.
That seems very sensible, but as a
Yeah.
if
But
it's
it's
not
something
gonna
to
take
keep
a
in mind
tick-
for later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think on the next trip we will definitely be hiring people. I'm personally very excited to hire Sackboy, the boy who only
Yes.
carries sacks.
Yep. That sounds like a good, very, very useful person.
I will
Wow.
say there is one other thing that I missed in the alcove itself, and I think you took a look.
Okay.
Unlike the other side, this side, the walls of the alcove are covered with mystical markings. It doesn't look like a magic sigil, but it looks like it might use similar, like the actual style of it reminds you of the magical sigils on the ground.
He has a wizard-themed bathroom, is what you're saying.
Maybe.
Could
There's
be-
definitely
gotcha.
something. It looks. It looks like it is indirectly magical.
Are his toiletries
Indirect
also
enough, right.
magically preserved?
Just on the wall. Preserved. Everything in this room is preserved.
So is the screen? Does that also have those markings?
The screen is just like the ones on the other side, except
Okay,
it's
so it's just
perfectly
normal.
preserved. Now it's metal, so it's not really too different. The ones on the other side were dusty, but fine.
Maybe
Can
the
I-
wizard was worried about the wizard peeping.
Allergies?
Wizard peeping toms.
Yeah.
In his private golem tower? Did he not want the golems to watch him shave?
Well, I was thinking maybe like someone looks in a crystal ball while he's taking a bath or something, but I don't. I don't know. I don't really know wizards. They don't. I obviously don't have any cloth because there's no nice ointments or perfumes in here. So
Stinky wizard.
Could I take a look at the golem?
Okay. You It is perfectly still. What does taking a look mean?
I just want to look it over to see if it comes to life, how best can I destroy it
Sure.
so it doesn't kill us. Because looking at the runes you said was what was it?
The ruins is, I believe, Lore Master.
Okay.
Let me
Either
double
Lore
check.
Master or Arcanist.
Lore Master. Arcanist, we
Okay.
decided, was mostly for spell casting.
Yeah.
Okay. And then yeah, I guess I'm just looking it over for like the stone and like how to destroy it sort of like
Yeah.
questions, and then would it be worth it? I mean, you said it'd be worth something if we got it out of here or figured out how to control it, but that's not my forte.
Okay, let's see what you can figure out. I think in this case, I don't think you need to know much about the magic behind it to know about to fighting it.
Or it's like fighting it and like not necessarily the magical construction of it, but more like the physical material construction of it.
Yeah, it's also made of basalt,
Hmm.
basalt, I believe so it's pronounced, just like Mace in the Tower. You are you looking? I think, is there a specific question, individual question that you want to ask? That will help me this down.
I guess from a money perspective, can I figure out how to construct a replica that a mage could put their runes on?
Okay, that will be stonemason. Take a look at the skill list. Now you're looking at it, so this isn't like most of these factors for building something is building it from scratch, not building it with an example right in front of you. I would say this is probably ob2 by default. I'm gonna increase that to. This is not small like a bench. I think this is a total of ob3. Looking.
Okay.
It's a fairly complex shape, but not like they have individual fingers on them. Hands.
Mm.
It's like an inch or two shy of 7 feet tall. Now that you see one at height, it probably like if it had hair, its hair would brush against the top of the doorway.
Okay.
Checking before we make this roll and advance the grind. I know that we're not really meant to split the party at all, but is it a roll to have started writing down the book titles?
I would say
Or...
no. Copying them properly might be. But depending on how quickly you want to, I would say copying them quickly might be, or like copying like the first page of the time might be. Deciphering them. Some of those.
Sorry, not meaning to steal your spotlight there.
No, you're good.
Some of the book titles. So you know how some. I mean, you might know more than most. How some scholarly book titles and treatises can have really long names that you read it and you're like, I don't even know what this is. Most of the books here are like that. So you can copy the titles down, but if you want to actually know what it's about, that actually might be a test to figure out. Not a test per book, a test for like probably all of the books to get a glimpse of like, okay, this is about this. Like I get a better handle on it. It that might also help you in negotiation later if you want to.
Okay. Right now, I just like to write them down. Once I have the names, I can try and figure out more about them later. And again, because I don't want to fully take the spotlight, I'll pass it back over to them to Bended. But I would also, after my actions here are swearing once we realize we lost 3 books, pulling out the scholarly materials to write down the names of said books, and then proceeding over to the next thing that requires recording, which is the picture of the sigil on the golem itself. So
Okay.
I think that
We'll get
it
to that
sounds
after,
like the
but yeah.
first test we're doing here is creating golem.
Well, figuring out how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Can I get any help or aid or whatever synergy is?
Labor typically is a help for stonemason, but that's actually doing the work, not learning how to do the work. I would say take a look at Skull to check
Yeah,
in this case.
Because it does. Do 6s explode in this or no?
If you spend a fate point, 6s explode.
Okay.
None of us have fate points, so.
Scholar is
Or
used
wait,
for
sorry,
researching
I
a
don't.
subject, so I would say anyone who is Scholar can help.
Sure. Quick reminders to what skull or what helping does.
The person you're helping gets a die. However, the person being helped gets a die. The person who is helping is involved in any consequences that might happen, or directly.
Which, if you're coming over here to sketch runes anyway.
I am. I just don't care about how it's made. I want to sketch the. Well,
I'll give
then
a short
again,
example.
runes
for
is
helping.
kind of how it's made. So
If someone helped Bended fight the golem, Bended marked injured. Someone who was helping wouldn't mark injured. They would mark a less severe condition.
I'm willing to help in this case with the wider like. I want to understand the runes. I want to understand the golem, not
Right.
just how it's constructed. But yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm focusing on more like, I guess, the hardware, and you're focused on the software.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Have
Okay.
my dice. Let's see how this goes.
Can gear give me?
Sometimes, but most of the gear that can give you benefits are spendable gear. There are 2 explicit types in the gear list for both different types of spellcasting.
Okay. I am using my Born of Earth and Stone for this.
Against
So
yourself
now I
in
have
this case?
No, for myself.
Didn't you already use it twice for yourself, which is the limit per session?
No, I decided not to use it the second time.
Okay.
So now I have a chance of passing this check.
Yes. I said the ob was 3?
3. Yep. I have 3 dice versus ob 3.
Okay. Oh. All right. I'm going to copy the text from over.
Do I mark my Born of Earth and Stone thing? Like, there's 3 other marks on my sheet. I don't
I'll
know
get
what
to it
that's
in a
for.
second. Grind advances by 1. Indigo, I assume you relit your lantern. Because this place is... Let me double check. Is it lit by itself? I don't think so. Quickly double. No, it's not lit by anything. So yes, you would have needed to relit your lantern, which now also is up from 0 to 1. That's everything. Okay. So in this case, I think you're gonna do it, but take another condition. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna make things more complicated. I think you study it, but this. I think you feel afraid because as you're studying this thing, you can tell that if this one wakes up, something traps this. This is going to be a much tougher time to deal with than the collapsed one. The other one wasn't at half strength; it was at like a 10th of its normal strength. Yeah. This thing is not only strong, this thing is not slow. It actually is as mobile as a normal person. You can tell while looking at it. It is not like this. It is as strong as you fear, faster than.
So
As a
afraid
helper,
means
sorry.
afraid means I can't help or I get no help.
Let me double check.
It says no help or use beginner's luck.
Let me double check.
And as a secondary thing there, as a helper, am I also afraid? Because
No,
the only
you
thing
will
that
have a
seems
less.
less than that is angry or hungry or thirsty.
Second.
Yes, you're correct. Those are the two lesser ones. It's the same thing in
Hungry and
Mouse Card.
thirsty doesn't make any sense. So
Your
Yeah,
mouth
angry,
goes
then hungry,
dry.
thirsty. I mean, hungry and thirsty wouldn't be bad if you just like are extra hungry, but I think in this case you're angry because you want to study the glyph, and Benda's like, hang on, first we
you
got to
just keep
study.
getting in the way.
Yes. So
The stone's speaking to me, man. Like,
yeah,
let it
afraid is you
speak,
can't
let
help
it-
others, or you can't,
Okay.
and you can't use beginner's luck. You also can't
Okay.
use nature to test in place of unlearned skills. Is also something. Nature for afraid. For
Okay.
angry, you can't use beneficial effects of traits and wises. You have +1 ob to any test requiring precision or social grace, or versus -1 success. It also doesn't affect all skills. It affects a long list of them, but not all of them. The list matters. But pay attention to the ones you actually have, which might be few, but it's mostly like careful and social stuff. Maybe healer. No, because your spell helps someone else's healer.
And I'm not afraid, I'm angry.
Yes.
Well, that's
So
for
that's
angry, right?
no
what I'm talking about is
wises.
angry.
Yeah.
No
Oh, okay.
wises, no beneficial traits, you can still use against yourself, and penalty to these specific skills that require.
Right. Well, I'm glad I wrote down all the book titles before I lost access to Bookwise.
Okay. Cool. So you spend some time looking at the golem. It's just a bit frustrating, and yeah, I think Bended, you realize this thing. It's not a. It is not a time bomb. It is a trigger bomb, basically. Like
Yeah.
maybe you could fight it off, depending on. I say we don't know yet as a group how tough you are. I don't know how tough this fight will be. I do know the stats and things for this thing, but yeah, this thing will be tough. While that
My
is happening,
conditions carry over to a combat.
yep.
Okay.
While that is happening, Ulfen, you were looking over
Yep.
the alcove.
Yes.
What are you doing after that, or still in the alcove? So everyone else is like dealing with the sacks, looking over the gold.
I think I'd be done with the alcove. The only thing that I really saw of note was that the walls are covered in kind of magical scripture, right?
Yes.
From there, if the light reaches up to, I guess I would ask to use the lantern. I want to kind of scout ahead and see if there is a sigil up on the stairs.
Okay. As you start to approach and look up the stairs, you hear distant chirping up above. Probably related to that nest that was found by Undead earlier.
Okay.
You don't see any sigils. It seems to lead up as like a spiral staircase, leading up to the next. Yeah, you don't see any sigils.
Okay. I won't go too far. After hearing the chirping and kind of getting a healthy distance away, but not to a point where I'd be endangering myself or anybody else, I'd go back down and say, "Hey, I don't see any sigils up there, and it does sound like there's some birds up there. Um, from I guess whatever nest was back there. Birds, birds, birds. Do birds have explosive guano like bats?
I do
Bats
not
have
know.
explosive guano?
Yeah, they do.
Yes, yes, yes. Bat caves
All right.
can
Let
cause
me
explosions.
get put on a list. Do birds.
Bird poop bomb? Question mark?
No. Wait, the dry
Okay.
dropping of seabirds, bats. They're rich in nitrogen, so maybe. I don't know.
You could process them into a bomb.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Well, while we consider finding explosives in the roof, we'll go to a quick break.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Sounds
we'll
good
see
to
what
me.
else you find. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Welcome back to part 2 of Torchbearer 2nd Edition. We're doing the Tower of Stars adventure. You all just finished studying the stone construction of a golem that's just kind of sitting there deactivated. You've realized that if it did activate, you're going to have a real bad time. It could,
Yeah.
crush your head like a melon. Like, not like a watermelon. Like a ripe apple. Crack it like an egg.
Horrifying.
Not from the
Here?
top down, because eggs are weirdly tough if you crack them directly top and bottom. I've tested this myself.
I mean, watermelons follow the same principle.
Yeah, but that's like a hammer to a watermelon. You can't really crush a watermelon with your hand.
I mean, we also discovered that apparently there's no seals or sigils on the way of the stairs up, but if we open that door, we're likely going to have to deal with whatever birds there are that we heard through it.
You did hear some chirping.
Wait a second.
Uh.
Speaking of those birds, there was no like holes, or sorry, there was no windows, right? When we were.
They're in the
Yeah.
walls.
You're right, we haven't seen any windows.
Didn't see any
Man, they're in the
windows.
walls.
Okay, yeah. The only reason I bring it up is because I would figure that the birds would. Okay, maybe they're
Are
not
there?
birds.
I mean, they're not birds. Maybe the wizard smartly carved ventilation shafts that run parallel to the wall into the edifice, like into the mountain, to
Maybe.
provide
Yeah.
Like-
heating and cooling system.
You only need like a hole this big for a bird to get in, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing. Or acid spitting birds that dissolved into the walls, like a horrible hive of
super
ants and with
woodpecker.
wings.
Let's
Yeah.
not give our GM any ideas.
I already know what it
It's a
is.
pre-written adventure.
Yeah.
It's won't
Listen.
save us.
That does not mean that can't change on the fly.
You never want
You
to
don't want to Cymec yourself.
Cymac yourself. I did that in a campaign. I was like, oh yeah, I'm from a planet where we have like Cymex, and Spencer's like, excellent.
Yeah, the government who is actively hunting me, they have a bunch of extremely powerful psychic
Yeah.
mechs.
Yeah, that's
Real cool.
So cool. And we
At the
never had
top
to deal
of
with
this-
it.
No, the campaign ended before, luckily. I think that was like the next thing that might have happened.
Yeah.
At the top of the stairs, what kind of doorway are we looking at? Is there like a trapdoor or?
Similar trapdoor, but instead of a ladder in any way, it's just like the stairs go up to it. And
Can we fill a
question.
sack with essentially the stuff that is not likely to fade away within the room, take that out of the room, and then get ready to go up the stairs? Or do people have other ideas of what they would like to
Oh, I had a
first?
question for the group. Do we think if we take the books up, they will stay together?
Mm.
Is it a
I think that if we're
bubble-like
going
effect?
to try it, we should test it with a total of
One book.
codacy. But I think
No.
we need the door open first, and just in case it triggers something like undoing the entirety of the room, I want to get what loot we can further away.
We test it with one Treesties because there's like 25 of those.
We test it with
Yeah.
one wizard hand.
Ooh.
you're
Wait, can
gonna
we
cut
test it
off
with
a
the
wizard
bed
hand?
sheet?
Could test it with the
No,
bed
the bed
sheet, but
Yeah. Well, can we test it with his? Does he have like a necklace or like weird
he is
silken
wearing
hat?
clothes. You could
there's
cut
a-
off like a single like
It's a
1
sleeve.
few inches. Yeah,
I guess we just take a sleeve.
take like a
Well,
Does he
it's
have
better
like
than
Charles
cloth.
Dickens type sleeping hat?
There was those,
That's what I was
those
thinking.
balls
Yeah,
that were in the
He has a
bathroom.
wizard hat, I will say. You take the
Like
wizard
a-
hat. It is not actually innately valuable, but other
Let's
wizards may-
use the wizard hat.
Yeah, I take the wizard hat.
Okay.
Well, there were those balms that were inside the bathroom that might be a little less useful.
His toothbrush. We take his
Take a
toothbrush.
toothbrush, but you're not sure how much the toothbrush itself would decay over.
Yeah. I think it's easier to tell
mean-
with clothing.
What's a wizard toothbrush even made of in a Tolkien-esque? I'm assuming it's a
So
stick.
wood and like bristles, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's a wooden stick with runes
Well, I
on it.
mean, traditional there's multiple toothbrushes that are a chewed end of a stick. Like that is the simplest toothbrush.
So it sounds like the clothing makes most sense.
It would
Uh,
take a sleeve
are there any
and a hat.
precautions we want to take before going up there? Like, I was considering, hey, if it's trapdoor, can we maybe loop rope around and like pull it open from being further away in case something triggers?
If it's a trapdoor, we have exactly 10 feet of distance we could employ to open it from farther down the stairs.
I mean, we can, but again, we can tie some rope around a handle
Yeah.
and just yank the rope at this point
Yeah.
from
Oh,
out in a
I
completely
mean-
different room.
I just don't understand the
Oh.
mechanics of how you would push up
I'm gonna
like
add
that. Maybe
a
tie a stick
complication
Oh,
to
is it
this.
up or is it down? That's a
I'm
good
gonna add a
question.
complication to this whole thing, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh, hooray.
So I misread this because it was split between 2 pages on the thing, but you can still see up the stairs to see what I told you. There is a trapdoor. 2 extra factors that are big deals, both of them. Firstly, there looks like there was a hidden trap on the trapdoor that has since been ripped off its there is a trap at sort of as part of the trapdoor that's been ripped. The trapdoor has been ripped off its hinges. You can actually you can't see up there because it's too dark, but that's you can actually the trapdoor is not closed, but there is also some kind of device that has also been destroyed as part of this, and there's a multitude of gears, bent metal, and debris littering the stairs up. Even I don't think you could ascend the stairs though, because the second thing is, the golem is standing directly up and effectively is blocking the easy stairs up.
Oh, so that's where the
Hmm.
golem's standing.
Yes. This
Got
is
it.
So
also
that is a
next to the
salient
bed,
point.
by the way. The bed is
Yeah,
very close to
this
the
is a-
stairs, too.
This is a very salient point. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the golem's in
yes.
front of the stairs. The trapdoor is open, but there was obviously a trap that broke
Yes.
first. Okay.
So I'm having a hard time picturing where the golem is. Is the
bed
entrance?
The golem is basically between the stairs and the bed. The bed is
Okay.
close to this, is right next to the stairs, basically. In the center of the room. I can provide actually a bit of a screenshot as we've explored most of the place. Of there is actually a bit of a map I have that I can put some stuff on.
That would help me a
What
little
ridiculous layout is this? I'm picturing a big empty room that's kind of circular with some bookshelves on one side. The other side is just a bed, no other like night table or dresser. A big wrought iron staircase going up, and then a little bathroom cubby.
I had a feeling that I understood what the room looked like, but this kind of confuses it.
Throws it a little
Oh,
bit
is
off.
the staircase? Oh, does it start at like an arc?
Like a spiral?
It is a spiral staircase.
Okay.
So I think while I take this screenshot, it is some things, but here's what you think the cameras might. Less. I don't think there's any spoilers there. No. Now this isn't exactly 1-to-1. I'm going to add this onto Roll20. This isn't precisely 1-to-1. A few things have been shifted around so that you can see each element in the room better than its exact position. So it'll be like this picture, but the golem is more directly in front of the stairs, is basically what I'm saying. So spend that. The golem's directly in front of the stairs. The sigil on the bottom left is actually in front of the like door here. That's the entrance.
Okay.
See both the
I
room
was
you
imagining
came
this
from
room
and
way smaller.
yeah, you can see the room you came from on the right and the room you are currently in on the left.
Okay, I understand now. Okay, got it.
Is this a different sigil?
No, I think it's just showing it there because where you enter from, which is here, it's blocked fully. So
Oh, okay.
I think there's a bit of artistic liberty. It's 90% accurate, but the placement of the sigil and the placement of the golem are different.
Okay.
Okay.
So the golem is like here.
Yes.
Okay.
I would say more
Is
than
that
anything else, the golem is like here, and the stairs are like rotated so that the where they enter is like where
and there's no way it's not like we can go around to the side and climb up it?
um
Is it like enclosed or is it like that with the
it's
railing?
more enclosed than that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It looks like it's been. There may not be a sigil on the staircase, but it looks like the golem is kind of meant to guard it, to a degree. That's its default position.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go
So
move
we
over
can't.
to
The golem does in some way need to be dealt with before you can see up there, to the top of
I mean,
the staircase, but you cannot.
if it's not
go there
activating,
yourself.
it doesn't really need to be dealt with. Use it to climb the stairs, or just move around behind it.
It's more enclosed, so we can't climb up.
Yeah, it's basically blocking the staircase. I'm just going to quote.
I
the book.
mean,
This is
there's
one
small
of the things.
railings. You just climb over the railings
I'm going to
behind the golem.
quote the adventure. While this golem remains operable, the only way to ascend to the next floor from this chamber is to. I'm not going to tell you what to do because there's ideas in the text, but basically to deal
with the
this
golem.
I don't necessarily love this, but the adventure says you cannot ignore the golem if you want. You have to deal with it first before you to the next stairs. You could deal with it in a way
Golem is
that
a-
doesn't require something, but it is explicitly
Okay.
blocking you.
Then I will pretend that the stairs are fully enclosed and that there's not just
That's what I
a
said.
2-foot-high balcony that I can just hop
That
over.
is what I said.
behind the golem.
Artistic liberties. Yes, it's fully
I
enclosed.
was gonna suggest we climb the golem to bypass
Yeah.
the first rung of the stairs using it as a
Whoa.
golem-shaped ladder.
Let's not get too hasty about touching that thing.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
over
I've
to-
changed my mind since then.
No one has touched the golem.
I'm now leaning
We-
for begging the golem for passage because I have that skill.
Well,
We
have
successfully
this-
understood the golem. What did we actually learn from that success as we were looking at how it was made and the
Bended
ruin?
is going to have a much. Bended is narratively capable, and it's going to be much lower ob than other people to make it from just an idea. To remake the golem minus the glyphs. Sure, that is what the purpose of that previous test was
Right.
not to do with this adventure. It's future learning.
Right.
There's a alchemical kit. Does anybody know anything about alchemy? Maybe we can. I don't know.
I
Throw
can't
something
remember if I
together.
took
I
that
don't
or not.
know.
No.
I think
I could tell you about
ways
the
to deal-
history of great alchemists.
if we want to think of ways to deal with the golem, I think the last option is just hit it before it wakes up.
That's the worst option because
That's
it
the
will
worst
wake
option.
up
Not very good
and
option.
we'll smush
Right.
Ben dead.
Right.
We learned
Um,
about afraid. We don't want this thing waking up. At least
Let's
not
see
without.
what dead is.
We weren't able to communicate with the other one. Does anyone actually know what the phrase it was saying
Was it
meant?
asking
Like,
for a password? Like a confirmation code? We use them on elf internet.
Again,
to know you're talking to your friends.
do you want to try and make a lore master check to try and figure this out? I have suggested a couple times.
a lore master check to try and figure out those words, that might make some
Can I
level of
lore
sense
just
at
lore
this
master
point.
the golems? Or do we have to figure out, because I did hear what he said.
You can. So, you could try lore master or scholar. They'll give you a bit of information, different information depending on which one you do.
What does lore master give?
Lore master will give you information on the symbols. Scholar will give you information on the language.
Then maybe scholar in this case?
You'd think the language would be better than just knowing how it works?
We've done the best we can with the symbols, but if we can figure out whatever password it is asking for, that makes most sense to me.
Do
Okay.
any of those do any of those papers say anything about golems?
It would be a different scholar test to decipher the books. If you mean the books, they are all extremely like difficult to decipher. They're so like advanced in their language. You
Would
can
it
try
be
to do that, and if you did found the right one and it was a success, then it might make it much easier.
would it
I
be
can do the
2
scholar
tests?
test.
I've also got scholar there.
Yes, it would
Would
be 2 tests. It would take more time if you did that, but it might make the one with the golem easier.
I make it safer too. Also, once again, would like to point out there is an alchemical kit in here, right?
There are various alchemical tools on that table. Yes.
Maybe we can see if there
Does
is
anyone
like.
know alchemy?
Well, it doesn't seem like it, but I have a feeling that one of these books might be able to help us out with that.
I mean,
But like I said, I can
that's
barely read, so it'd be
but that would
better if
be
someone else could.
I-
so it'd be two. But like, let's we have the game is tests. We have so many tests before the grind kills us. We have
Hmm.
2 tests if we are to find a book. It's 1 test to find a book, and we have 1 test to figure out an alchemy solution. So that's 2 tests there. We were saying it would be 2 tests to find a book about golems and interact
And
with
then
the
figure out
golem based on that knowledge. 1 test to just figure something else out by feeling the golem up again. Or ogling if we're not comfortable touching the rock man. It'd be 1 test to just use the rock man as a knowledge base again.
Well, we have to worry about the grind, but also the
No, I'm sorry. I'm
Oh.
just trying to list the options we like discussed to
Yeah.
see if like there was one.
What's the
Oh,
thing that we need to
sorry.
worry other than the grind, though?
The consequences to failure might be extremely different based on the approach that we take.
That's fair.
Does it take a time or a test to determine if there is a book that might help? Just read the list and say that's even possible or not likely at all.
Good question. I would say reading through. You already copied down the titles, and that's not a test. Looking through the titles, it's without making a test. There are probably 3 or 4 of the books that might work. Like one of them is like, yeah, this is something related to magical sigils. There's things about golems, but I don't understand this word, or like this without a test. This one might be like a word I don't recognize. Maybe it means sigils related to golems, but maybe it's something else. You can pick out a handful before making the test that you're like, okay, if we like speed read these 4 or 5 books, we might find something useful.
Does
We
no
wanna do a
wises
book-
mean? Wait, wises aren't things that you can use against yourself, anyways. I'm.
Correct.
I think we need to control the golem, and I think the best way to do that is through a password. So that's either figuring out the sigil on the
Yeah.
forehead or figuring out a password. Can we
I'm cool
maybe
doing the
examine...
scholar test for the language if we want to figure out the password to see what it was asking.
Yeah, I think that's the smartest one to start with, the language.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So
Because that's not interacting with the golem. We step over into the dot next to the golem part of the room.
So, you don't have to, unlike Burning Wheel, which I don't even think it's a hard rule, it's a soft rule. You don't need to commit to this just for me telling you the ob. Depending on, like, this is like, okay, you can tell that this is obscure. The ob would be ob 5 for recognizing the language.
I would throw that roll on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which you
saying-
should.
recognizing
Again,
the language
with,
seems
if you
useless.
fail,
we'll
you
throw
can,
the roll.
If you fail, you can still succeed but get stuff, which is why you can know that, throw the roll, use traits against yourself, gain checks, and that's part of part of how to play this game well. There's a degree of like system mastery in like, okay, I know I'm unlikely to succeed this, so I will make failure better for me with traits and instincts, and not instincts, traits and wises or things like that. It's yourself. If you want to try to succeed it without other consequences, you could also try to research this in books. But then that would be just like the golem thing. It'd be 2 tests instead of 1, so it has its own thing.
Okay, so basically the books is an easier way to understand the language.
The language and the golems both. There's subjects on both of them in those books. For both of those subjects, you could try to make a test by studying the books in order to understand more about the subject, which would make it much easier to pass.
We can recreate this golem. At this point, my head is hurting. Let's just smash. This is such a bad idea. Never mind.
We're not smashing the golem. Let's try literally anything else first, please.
All right. Do you want... So, basically,
Okay,
it's, smash it, study the language, study the sigil. Books can make 2 of those easier.
Can we study the dead guy to see if he's got a password in his pocket?
Unfortunately, this is not a video game in that way.
Dang.
Okay.
Part of it's because your characters
What's the-
can spend hours thinking about something, and it just takes seconds for us.
Yeah. All right.
Do we study the books or throw the language test? I'm good to throw the language test.
Cool. I don't need any more encouragement to throw a test.
Sure.
I don't
Scholar
have any. I don't need any failures on a scholar test. So if you need a failure on a scholar test, feel free to throw it, and I won't help you so that I don't get hurt by it.
Listen,
Oh.
I'm just saying, alchemy is kind of like cooking.
So looking over the alchemist, you asked about it.
Let
I'm
him
going to
go.
answer. The
How do you die?
Yeah, it's cooking, but you are more likely to explode than
Yep.
otherwise.
There's a reason I have foolhardy.
The alchemist table has been set up. You don't know if it's literally never been used, but it sure looks like it. It's perfectly arranged. Beakers and flasks are in perfect condition. Ingredients are in clearly labeled jars. So if this is set as it is, you can use it as alchemist's tools, which means you can use things to, like, if someone skilled in alchemist can use this to, like, craft things during downtime if you spend it here. Or you can cannibalize this whole thing to create alchemical gear, which you can spend during adventuring to get bonus dice to roll to the alchemy skill.
Okay. So it would take some time to actually make something then. It would take a long time.
I don't think innately. I think you can totally put something together, and you can.
It would be the alchemist gear.
It would
that
be
would be
the
a
gear
thing we
part.
could
You can
put
use
together.
it right now as gear, and you can spend it to get bonus dice to that attempt. So, yeah. As to what you can do, let me look at the alchemy skill list. That should probably have it. First one on the skill list. So you could make vapors, you could make poisons, elixirs, salves. You could inflammables and
Golem
explosives
poison?
factors, assuming that you want to look at those. An explosive is normally ob 3. If you only want one, you could try to have it have multiple charges equal to your skill rating in alchemy. Which if that's 0, then effect.
That is 0.
You could, there's other parts if you wanted to, like, use it as a weapon and make a grenade for, like, a fight, or things like that. But a general explosive would be ob 3 alchemy.
Okay.
We can make a bomb and shove it in the golem's mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's feasible. I want to try that. So I guess you have another option, which is high yield explosives.
And this is like
It's
the
that
first...
or throw a test, and we're going to try and probably fail that test too. But ob 3
We're
is more
definitely
possible.
gonna.
Sure, why not? Let's go with it.
Okay.
Let's do an explosive.
Awesome.
So can I help with afraid or no? Or is it
if you are afraid, you cannot help. You can still
so I
receive
can't-
help.
I can't give
But
you
I don't
help with
think
my
we can
wises.
help at all because it's just being learned, right?
If something is being learned, can still help. Skills can help skills and stats. So if it's being learned, it counts as a stat roll, basically. Skills can help skills and stats. Stats can help stats, but not skills. So basically, you can almost always help unless you don't have any skill related to it. And they already have the skill. If they're just... So, like, if no one has alchemy, everyone can help because Hulfin is making a stat roll. So everyone is able to help if they want to.
That sounds like a sensible thing. Let's all just
Except
pile in on this
I
stat
can't
roll.
help because I'm
You can't help at all.
scared.
Yeah,
No.
you're afraid. Yeah.
Okay,
You're
the
afraid.
rest of us, let's pile in on this stat roll and see what happens.
Okay, I am going to tighten my cooking apron, which is now serving as a chemical apron, and get to it.
Not the same once again.
Perfect.
You see, it's the same apron, but you flip it around, and now it's your
I'm saying a
alchemy.
fabric apron will not help.
So,
Hold on.
this is a...
I'm the alchemist here. I know what I'm doing.
Let him cook.
So, Holvin,
Can you help
you're
with
looking through the
beginner's luck?
ingredients. You're like, okay, here's how we can make
Yes.
this. This is beginner's luck for you. This is going to be a will check. The ob is 3, and we'll go through the process of like what it means to beginner's luck something. And half the dice, but at a specific point. Who is helping and how?
Wait, question. Because we do have some persona points.
Uh,
Is your
from last session,
nature,
yes.
is a halfling nature at all related to high yield explosives?
But we're
You can also use your nature if we want to have a better chance. Because you
My-
have
my
3
nature
dice
is,
instead of half.
Your nature descriptors are the question, yeah.
sneaking. Hold on, let me. Do I have my nature descriptors on here? I should, right?
I think
They're
so.
right in the abilities tab, right at the bottom under
Oh, I
like
didn't write them
precedence
down.
and might.
Okay, hold on. I made a mistake.
Let me... So, as a halfling, your default ones are sneaking,
I have all
whittling,
the
and
default
merrymaking, and then you switched one out, I think, during your questions.
No, I have all of those, I think.
all those?
Because,
Okay.
yeah, the other one that you could get is hoarding instead of merrymaking, but I have merrymaking.
You are also able to switch sneaking to demanding, but I don't think that's what you
No,
selected.
I didn't do that.
Okay, yeah,
No.
sneaking, riddling, merrymaking. I don't think that... As much as Merry and Pippin had fireworks in their thing...
Come on. Come on.
No. No, this
Alright,
is not
never
a
mind.
fire... If it was a firework-style explosive, sure. This is a crack a solid stone golem in half. I will add one thing I forgot to tell you, Bendit, is one thing you know about these golems from studying them is they have to be crafted from the entire golem from a singular solid stone. It is more like sculpting. It is not multiple.
Crazy.
Yes. It is difficult, but it is also very difficult to take apart. The explosive is possible to do it, but like,
yeah,
it's not like individual stones put together. Okay. So, Obus 3. Let me look at beginner's luck.
Oh, cool. That's so much better than 5. But let's see how much help we can stack onto this roll.
Okay.
We'll get to Ob is 3 for crafting an explosive. Where are we? Where did I put beginner's luck? It's half the dice round up. Okay, I don't think
I got it. It's on the cheat sheet.
Good.
Half the dice up for abilities, wises, help, supplies, and gear. Full dice for traits, persona, nature, fresh.
Okay. So we add the first ones first.
So
tally bonus starts before test.
Yeah.
Where is this on the cheat sheet? Oh, this isn't the cheat sheet in Roll20. This is like...
No, this is the Torchbearer cheat sheet you sent us.
Yeah, okay.
I just have it pulled up because it's the easiest way to look at all the checks.
You're right. I'll put that up. That's a good idea. I have it here now, too. So, Hulfin, what is your will? Assuming you don't have a list.
My will is 5.
Nice, firstly. So 5 is the starting dice. Then...
I can go into traits. Would I be able to do hidden depths for this? Because this seems very, very brave.
I think whipping out homemade explosives is a hidden depth of Hulfin I was not expecting.
Alternatively, I could use foolhardy because this seems. I would say this
Foolhardy absolutely fits.
seems way stupider than brave. Actually, now that I think about
If
it.
I look at
So we're
Hidden
at
Depths,
5
there's actually a
and 1.
description for each of them. Hidden Depths is, they like on the surface, halflings may appear to be naive and unassuming people, but they have hidden depths of will and character. They bear up remarkably well against pain, fatigue, and despair that would cause other people to break. So sometimes hidden depths refer to their stomachs needing to be filled with cheese and beer. I think that foolhardy fits way better.
Okay, I agree with that.
We're at 5 and 1.
5 and 1, yeah. And then
Do we
Zarek
both want to
and
also
Jen,
add
how are you
help?
helping? Because it's half round up, which means if both of you help, it's actually good. If one of you help, and if one of you help, it won't make a difference because it's half round up. If both of you help, it will.
I'll help.
Yeah.
By
Could be any. So you don't advance when you help, unlike in Burning Wheel. So we don't need to be specific of what skill you have when you're helping in this case, and because of
Does
that,
it have to be with a skill, or can it be with stats?
if you're helping a skill, it has to be with a skill that matters. But this isn't, so it's actually a lot more loose. So just sort of say how you help.
by remembering a poem about bombs.
Okay.
Really useful. Amazing.
One part.
Remembering's part of my nature. So
3
that's
parts
the-
nitrate,
Oh,
or you
that's
seal
cool.
your fate. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm second, like peering over Holfin's shoulder and like second checking every step that you do to make sure that you're doing it right, just to make sure it
Oh
doesn't
no!
explode prematurely and blow you up. I'm like ready to pick you up and toss you across the room if something goes wrong.
and I'm
Yeah,
sitting by
you
the
don't know
golem
what's happening
going,
either, but you know it's
Yeah, Bendit,
dangerous.
you're maybe in the other room, like they're gonna explode. I'm just gonna be here taking cover because they're gonna explode.
Yeah.
I learned this in the forges. When they say hunker, you hunker.
Yep. Okay.
You guys don't have to worry about anything. My senses will guide me, and he opens up every ingredient thing and smells it before.
Good.
Dinner
Lab
to present.
safety. Stick your nose in every
Yep.
container.
We're not
Yep.
wafted. We're putting him right in
So we're at
the
7 and 1
nostrils.
right now. So you two are already helping. Any supplies and gear? Do you want to use up the alchemy supplies here to get another +1?
I think so. Yes.
Okay, so 8 and 1. Then gets half down to 4, and 1, so 5 total. Any other traits? Sona. I think we've talked about channel nature and doesn't fit.
When we're halving it, is it rounded up or down?
Up.
Then, in which case, do we maybe not want to use alchemy supplies because it comes to the exact same thing? Given that
As
7 half
of
rounded up
right
is still 4.
That's
As
correct.
of right now, based on what I'm looking at, it's at 5.
Correct, but it would still be 5 if you didn't use it. I wasn't going to tell you one or the other, I just
Oh.
asked. But versus the
okay.
party leader, so
But yeah, if we don't use the alchemy supplies, we're currently at the exact same amount of dice. So let's just not
because
use
it
them.
rounds up.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
we
No,
have
wait. You
anything
don't need to
else?
throw the flask. We can leave it.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else at all? I think that's it. I think yeah, that should be all.
All
So
right.
we're rolling 5.
5 dice. Now,
luck.
quickly, do you have a trait you want to use against yourself for a check? It'll give you -1 die.
I'm gonna say in this case that's okay.
Okay.
This
I think
case, we're
failure's the
fine.
5
biggest
dice,
obstacle here.
ob 3.
I really don't want to fail this one. Alrighty, here we go. Hey!
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
So- You don't have like a metal orb or something it's not quite that straightforward. I think what you end up is a powder that you can dust the golem with, and a vial of a substance that you can pour on the golem's head, and as it like goes down it and touches the powder, it'll like end up incinerating and exploding. I think explosive specifically needs something. It's gonna be a satchel,
It'll be
a cloth pouch.
I'm gonna say I was gonna say even just a packet of paper that we stick in the mouth to create the
It doesn't have
chamber
a mouth.
you
Its
need.
entire head is blank.
It's
with
an
the sigil
entire
on it.
seal. It doesn't even have a cool,
It has
creepy
a
smile.
head, but it has no
No,
face beyond the sigil.
Yeah, it's a.
But you can,
it's
like-
a
yeah.
solid piece of stone. It's not.
Yeah, there's
There's
little
not really
cracks to
dabs.
do with it. That's what's tough about this. With the success, I think part of this bomb is it's also like partly acidic, and it's gonna like start melting
Corrode.
part of. It's gonna corrode like a crack into the golem and then explode in that. Deploying
Making
it is
medieval
tricky.
shaped charges.
Now, Yeah, this
I think
doesn't
deploying it
deploying it
involves
will be
wizard robe on a stick,
a sapper
like
check.
to
I
rub
think.
the bulb in.
Let me check, but I
sapper
think it'll be
check.
sapper.
Does
Is this
anybody
where I
have
step
sapper? By the way?
Sap?
Yes,
I have
yes,
a
the one
Our stone
cowering in
dwarf.
the corner.
But I'm
Yeah.
also injured. So I'm
So?
gonna need extra help.
And
But if you're using a skill, what can help Sapper goes to look at this
So-
again.
Alchemist and laborer are the typical ones. In this case, because of the way you're doing this, the golem is deactivated. Not that the rest of you have it, but stonemason could help. Or
I'm
this.
so
I know you can't help yourself.
No, I can't fork it in. Is that what you're saying?
There's no forking in this, unfortunately.
Dang it.
boo, forking's the best mechanic.
I know.
I know jeweler. I'm a jeweler. Can I help with that?
I don't think so. We looked at jeweler last session.
Okay.
Um,
I know shiny rock.
I think you can help if you also have sapper. Is the big thing.
I don't think
This
we
is
can
a
help
very,
you
like,
at all for actually applying.
This is
Bob.
because this is more like helping to apply an explosive in a very specific way. So
Mhm.
if you have any
Yeah.
wises, such
Oh.
Zarek, you have wizard
Oh.
killer wise. Is there? Let me check if wises have a limit. I think you can only use it once per session, right?
Pretty sure.
Not that I know of.
If
I
there's
don't
no
think
limit,
so.
you could totally use it again.
I think there was a rule about that.
Nice.
Looking it up.
Can you? Give
I
me
am
the-
wise. Describe how the wise is aiding and give the teammate
Yeah.
plus 1d. If you're insulated from conditions when they
Yeah,
two
you
may
can just use
aid when
wises as often
afraid.
as you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. No, I explained the virtues of killing the golem.
Okay.
Does can you just explain the form of it again?
So it's gonna be two things. You're going to pour a vial of acid on like the shoulder of the golem near the neck. It's gonna start bubbling and corroding and basically making a crack in the golem. You're gonna place a satchel on that place and it's going to sort of sink into the shoulder of the golem until the acid burns enough of the cloth that it's actually going to and then it'll explode after a delay once you.
Okay, it's all about timing and mixing on timing.
Yeah, you're not skilled enough in alchemy to make something more like this is pretty
Crude.
It's simultaneously
you're
crude
just-
and complex.
Okay.
It's not an alchemical product.
Yeah.
It is an alchemical reaction we are applying to the
Yeah.
golem.
It's gonna be like, well, let's put this on, and then we're gonna wait like half an hour. Again, time is somewhat meaningless in Torchbearer done narrative.
It's a turn. This
yeah,
is going to cost
it's gonna
us
cost a turn, but you're gonna wait like half an hour as the stone starts rapidly dissolving. Half an hour is quite short for that, and that satchel sinks in and eventually explodes.
Okay. Considering I kind of just like my cooking knowledge to make this, any chance I can use needs a little salt.
Needs a little
I
salt.
kinda love that to help, yes, because salt can mean a lot of things in chemistry.
Can you help with traits?
Yes, there is a lot of chemical salts.
Oh, that's a trait.
That's wise.
Oh, then
Needs a
yes.
little
Needs
salt
a little
wise.
salt
Yeah,
wise.
salt
I love
Need a little
that.
salt wise? Okay,
Yes,
that's good.
You absolutely can.
Cool.
It's a halfling wise. It's not even like one I made up.
Yep.
This is the one you get.
I'm very shocked that this is coming into use, to be
Perfect.
honest.
Yeah.
So
Vic,
Brendan,
what's
you have
great?
2 help right now, 2 wises helping.
Okay.
Doesn't.
You have two people yelling from across the room as you apply you use a stick.
What's
to
the
apply
op before I try to argue for something?
So this is functionally speaking, this is an This is destroy the golem. Is what your goal is. Normally, this wouldn't even be a test. This would be a conflict. In this
but
case,
it's deactivated.
You have a bomb that you succeeded in making. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the bomb give you bonus dice. So you're going to get 2 bonus dice from the bomb.
Hell yeah.
In addition to, narratively being able to do it in the first place.
Okay. So I'll just add 2 more help to the...
Yes.
Okay.
The all will be 5.
Ooh.
To like one shot.
And just to point this out, what's your trait about liking rocks?
Born of Earth and Stone, I can't use again because I've used it twice.
Can use it.
Wait, isn't this a pretty rock? Isn't this a pretty perfect piece of basalt you are destroying? Just throwing that out there.
If you think you're gonna fail, then you could use it against yourself and fail, but with a check.
You look down at your hand and you're like, man, if I only had a check in camp.
Yeah, because I tried to argue for fiery, but that doesn't work here probably as a trait.
Let me check, because, you are literally planting a bomb.
Well, it's fiery souls know how to stir up a crowd, but they are quick to anger.
Oh, it's personality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So how many dice are you currently against Op 5?
5. I would need to roll perfectly.
That's before the penalty, so it's 3 normally. Are you including the +2 from the bomb?
Yes, that's including the +2 from the bomb. That's also including my condition.
Your injury. Let me check. Let me check injured. As to what it does. I know it's pretty.
It just
bad.
says -1d.
If we can heal outside of camp, it might be sensible to.
No.
We really can't?
Literally can't.
It's -1d to skills, nature, will, and health.
That's real bad.
Everything. Basically everything.
Resources, circles, and recovery tests are unaffected, so we won't get a penalty to recover from injury.
Call a friend.
And then, wait, so I have to get a check to spend a check to recover in camp?
Yes.
There is something you can do. You can grit your teeth anytime before making a roll and basically make the injury a part of you. Your health, nature, or a health-based skill will lower by 1, but the injury goes away. You can basically be like, I'm no longer injured. My hand is always this weird, messed up thing, kind of. Not literally always bleeding, but like.
Feel worth it.
I don't know.
So this is how. So Marissa was asking, how do we heal outside of camp? You do this by, integrating the injury with your identity. You can do the same thing with sickness, by the way, if you get sick.
I'm just ill.
You know what?
You will lower a skill, but you lose. Like it can be a totally different thing. Like I would give you I wouldn't be sapper for this.
Here's the thing. My belief is also I listen more to stone than I do people. So what I'm going to do is use my Born of Earth and Stone against myself, because I'm probably gonna not do good
Correct
anyway.
Answer. This is the good choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
smart.
And then, can you also tell me what are these other 3 dots when I put?
Let me take a look at your character sheet. So,
I ticked 2 here because I assume that's my uses, right?
Yes.
But then what are these 3?
So
those are checks you're building up.
When you use a trait from your yourself, earning checks.
The 3 dots are just listed as checks. It's a column. There should be there's not a line, so it looks weird. It looks like beneficial checks. It's not. It's beneficial uses, and then there's the pips equal to the trait level. Next column is just a tracker to record negative uses, so you can remove them later in camp.
Okay.
So
I'll put 1 there right now because that's what I'm doing it for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and I'm gonna fail this because there's no way.
No,
Watch me roll.
You can still
4
succeed.
6s.
You can
do
still
you
succeed.
have
It's
any
fine.
persona or fate that you want to spend?
No, I don't have any because this is my first session.
Just checking. Is anyone We currently have the elf helping, so you're going to be sucked into the consequences
No, I'm
of
not.
this very
I'm
successful.
talking.
Wising. Both
Wising.
Hulfin and Zarek are like yelling from behind the cover, like, you got this, as you're like peeking around the door from the other room.
So does that mean
Yeah,
that
rub
they
it in.
are helping or are not?
It is
I think
help.
functionally like help. It's categorized differently, but it is shielded
Okay.
from consequences.
Okay.
Help without consequence.
Yes. Jen, are you helping you're helping in the normal sense, or are you not helping?
No. This roll is being thrown. Also, I have absolutely no way to help that I can
It's
find.
not being
if you could
thrown.
have helped, then I might not have thrown it. But
Yeah, I've got nothing I'm looking at.
All right.
yeah,
Cool.
unless I start with any
Oh.
persona, I don't have any persona to spend. So
Let's
I
do
could.
it.
I don't know if this would fall under because you can roll with nature, right?
You
Yes.
can roll with
Yeah.
nature, or you can channel nature to add your nature to your dice. That's extremely powerful.
How do you do that one?
Let me take a look to double check that I'm saying
pretty
this.
sure
Because
you
if we could
spent
channel nature, that might actually
It's
be worthwhile for not
huge.
throwing it.
So, here we go. So there's helping with nature. If you want to use your nature to help someone, you can rely on your nature. Let me double check because hold on before I say this. I'm pretty sure. Let me check if injury stops you from doing any of this. No, it doesn't. Afraid.
channel nature, you
doesn't-
need to spend a persona
Yeah, you're
point.
fine. Yeah, I think you're right. I'll say it anyway since we're asking. So spend a persona point, add your nature in addition to will health nature. You can actually roll nature plus channel nature, by the way, which double your nature equals a dice.
Mm-hmm.
You can rely on your nature, which is just I'm going to test my nature in place of if one of your skills has been reduced to 0 due to injury or illness, but your nature is not, you may test nature in place of a reduced skill. If you may roll your nature instead of a skill if you don't have the skill. So when you're doing beginner's luck and you don't have the skill, you can be like, I'll use nature instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't half, unlike if you stat. It doesn't half the
Okay.
dice.
You can help with your nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a skill rating of 1 or higher, though, you must roll the skill. Your training gets in the way of your true nature. This is all stuff that doesn't cost persona.
Okay.
Then if you already have a skill, or you're already rolling nature, you can then spend a persona to channel nature, which adds to it. You do not actually
Right,
need
but
to
we don't
have the
have
right
persona.
descriptor to do this, but if you don't have the right descriptor, you will have penalties, like your nature will go down for failing.
It'll tax your nature.
Yeah.
Okay, but we don't have persona, so
yeah.
that's not actually an
It's one of the
option.
big things. Like you can spend one persona to basically add like 5 dice sometimes to something. It's
My
like,
nature is
oh.
5, so it would have been 5 dice.
Okay, so we're throwing
Isn't
this
it like
because
6 or 7 before you go into a hole?
Yeah, it's 7.
Okay,
Well,
just-
what I was gonna say is I might be able to use either sneaking or merrymaking as my nature for this role in place of you since you're injured.
You don't. Again, the using it as your descriptor is kind of optional, in a way.
Okay.
It'll just be more of a bigger penalty if it's not within the descriptor.
Oh, okay.
This is
also-
the persona spending one.
yeah.
You can do it either way and add your dice equal to your nature, but if you fail the roll, you take penalties. If it's
quick
outside
question.
your nature.
How much longer until the light goes out?
It goes out.
2?
2 turns.
Okay. I just want to make sure when I fail this roll, we're not thrust into darkness.
No, it will.
we did a
After
turn-
this roll, it ticks up to 3, which goes out because it starts at 0. Ticks up to 1, which is 1. Goes up to 2, which is 2. Yeah, lantern goes out as soon as this roll's done.
Oh, so we got
Can-
1 turn left of Lantern, sorry.
That
Can
doesn't
you-
seem right. I think we didn't
No,
keep it at
it
0
was
then.
it was Stonemason and then Alchemist.
Yeah, so isn't it...
One for
That
It
we
each.
should
have-
be at 2 then, because if it starts at 0, then you go 1, 2.
You are
Oh,
at 2.
no, wait.
Oh,
You are at
but
2.
it goes
Right.
out
We
on
are
3.
It goes out at 3. Torches are 4. Candles, lanterns are 3.
Okay.
Candles are 4.
So yeah, this
but
is
only...
going to go badly in turn.
Yeah. You know what? Let it ride. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let it rip.
I got 0 successes anyways.
It doesn't matter. There's
that?
no
Mark a
way.
check. At least you knew it was coming.
I did it.
So what actually happens in this case, this, as I said, you're gonna wait like 10 to 30 minutes, depending on how long it ends up taking.
That's
You don't have
why
a precise amount. You're not skilled enough in alchemy when making this. You all like wait outside for a while, like kind of waiting, and you're like watching it, like, okay, I can see it bubbling. Okay, there's a tiny bit of smoke. I think it's happening soon. That kind of thing. Eventually, yeah, there's a large like bang, like dust everywhere. The dust in the other room you're in, because obviously you weren't in the same room as it, kind of is blown up again. Not causing a penalty this time, but still there's a moment of like you can't see what's going on. Then let me read something from the book.
Oh,
That's always a good sign.
It's like the worst thing you could do. What are we readings for nerds? I'm so glad we made it through one room.
You just set off an explosion on a tower. I did say the stone was stable before. Bended, you feel it maybe a half second earlier than the others. The entire ground starts to shift beneath you as the tower. This has upset the stability of the foundation of the tower enough. The entire thing starts to shift and then fall a bit more. Luckily, it's falling further into the hill it's resting again, so it's not going to fall over sideways. The downside is the tower didn't. A bunch of new structural weaknesses appear in the tower, including cracks all over the floor and ground. Bended, as the person who set the bomb, you have the unfortunate circumstance of needing to make an OB3 health test or plunge into the crevasse that opens beneath your very...
Oh,
lovely. I was gonna say, what about the internal force of the shockwave crushing Bended's organs?
So
no,
it's
this
a
is
health test.
yes, this is a health test to catch yourself.
Cool.
Health in terms of dex.
Okay. Health. Can I use my Board of Earth and Stone again against me?
Yes, you can.
Yay!
Oh my death!
This is how you get checks.
Is this so? Do I die if I fail this or no?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
It is OB3. I mean, I could. No, I'm probably gonna fail this roll, so I'm gonna use it against me.
All right. Perfect.
Yay!
One success. So there is
oh no, never mind. It wouldn't have mattered anyway.
you, Bended. A crack opens in the ground beneath your feet, and you fall down to the first floor. I mentioned there was dust everywhere on the floor that the rest of everyone was else in and that you were in. It is worse down here. The whole place is covered in rubble. You actually, you're not that injured. It's not that big of a fall. You're not more injured, I guess. You have like you twist your ankle, but better in a few minutes.
I break another finger.
Yeah. No, when you climb back up, you are covered, caked in a dark flour-like dust everywhere. And it's gotten into your lungs. You are sick.
That's so bad.
No.
Next worst one.
But
you gotta
as the
this
dust
poisoning.
clears,
I feel so bad.
the golem is shattered into pieces and gone.
Okay,
Bended may be entitled to compensation.
Yeah, you can't stop coughing now.
He's got mesothelioma. Oh no.
I know who needs to stop making rolls. Everyone else has been doing fine. Everyone needs to stop having Bended do rolls.
I feel really
He's gonna
bad
die before our very eyes.
He came here to die.
And then the grind ticks up, the lantern burns low once again, unless it's refilled with oil.
Can
We
we
have one thing of oil
do
left.
spells in the dark?
So in the dark, there's a specific thing for in the dark. In the dark, you can only do... You can't read, you can't draw, you can't fight, you can't find traps. You may only, in a conflict, you may only flee or riddle or argue, or cast self-targeting spells. So, potentially, what spell are you thinking?
I have a spell and the thing to instantly clear sickness. So, I was hoping to get a single roll this session.
I
Someone have
think
a
you
candle?
can, but let's...
Does someone have a candle?
I don't think you can do that until it's lit. If someone has a
Yeah,
candle,
I'm
it'll
not
work.
sure if I can do it till it's lit, and the other thing I want to check is, does that take me out of the session entirely?
Based on how much the immortal burden is.
Yeah, the immortal burden is 2, which means
I don't think
no,
that's not bad.
Fine, it'll be okay. Let me just read what that would do. Strange marks appear beneath the skin, speaks in a language heretofore unknown, shapes uncontrollably. That's fine. I can continue moving on with that.
Okay.
Am I understood? Do you have a demon seizure?
Yes.
Demons,
God.
angels. In
God.
Torchbearer, I don't think they're that different when you're dealing
It's
with
the unknowable masses of
heavenly
gods, too. It's not
powers.
even a specific one. It's just god juice generic.
The gods have a bit of an eldritch tint to them.
Okay. Well, let's get that light on, and then you can, I guess, do that
Yeah.
to yourself.
Who's
if you
doing
want
light?
to.
Am I doing light again with the last thing of oil?
I don't have any light.
You didn't bring light in Torchbearer?
I couldn't bring light. I had to bring a gold pouch and a fucking large sack. I was told to bring those things.
Does anyone else have light, or are we doing the last oil?
I have light, but I think it's smarter to do the last oil because the
Party
last
leader is
oil means
spoken.
you have an
Last
empty
oil.
Okay,
spot.
perfect.
Yeah.
Lantern
Okay.
resist
Party
0.
leader is chosen.
We're gonna have to retreat back to town, dump our coins to get buy stuff, and then come back.
Yes.
Okay. So,
All right. So I want to make a roll. So I take one look at our sick friend and decide the rest of this tower can go be forgotten because I'm going to cure this so I can make a roll.
what is the invocation that you're channeling called?
It is. One moment. As I flip through all of my notes. Catholicon of the Lord of Plagues. I'm going to go find it.
I see it here.
Right.
Curing the
about
sickness of another character is Ob 5.
Yes, which will work fine, okay?
It will take you, if you don't have... I assume you don't have the thing.
I do have the thing.
Okay, it'll take 1 turn then, instead of the normal 2 for those without, and it'll, to be a burden of 2.
So it's 1 turn, a burden of 2, which is going to give the stigmata thing. It's Ob 5. I think it is rolled on Ritualist.
Yep, Ritualist for all miracles. To help with this, let me double check. Skill list. I don't know if anyone wants to help with this.
I can't, but I could if I wasn't afraid.
Theologian is the main way to help with Ritualist.
And to be clear, I'm angry, so no wises and beneficial traits, which I'm pretty sure means that I can't even help myself, and we are looking at another auto-failed roll.
You can use a trait against yourself. I believe the traits thing is beneficial traits, not negative traits, if you want to check.
Yes.
help.
Oh, but Zarek can help, so that you might not want to do that then.
I'd like to use my nature to help.
Okay.
I like to
It's still
remember
+1
and
die.
remind. Yeah, I would like to remind Jen of what a healthy Ben Dead looked like in his prime yesterday. I would like to describe him
You mean
lovingly
passed out
with
drunk?
5 articulating fingers.
Yeah. A prime Ben Dead merely an hour ago.
Nearly an hour ago, when one of his lungs was not collapsed.
His lung wasn't collapsed. There wasn't. Someone didn't piss his pants. And
Pants
his
weren't
hand was
soiled.
fine.
Okay.
Nope, I'm doing this. We're too far in to back out. I'm not sure you really do want to help me, as even with your help, I literally can't pass this.
What's your
I will not
ritualist?
actually help.
Pardon?
What's your ritualist?
I'm
skill?
3. I'm currently at 4 versus Ob 5.
You might want to just
My
use the
help-
trait to negatively.
My help is
Yeah.
theoretical in nature. I do describe a prime pendant, but it doesn't assist you.
What is a ritual? Out of curiosity, what does a ritual look like?
That's a good question.
I'm assuming ethereal tongues while holding up your skull knitting needles?
Yeah, the description says, like, use prayers and trance
This
to
isn't
draw
the
upon the
skull
power of
knitting
immortal
needles.
words.
This is actively the skull of Saint Barnabas. It is
Oh,
an
you just pull out a dead
actual
skull. You
skull.
pull
You
out a
start, like,
skull.
reciting,
Out of my pack, yeah.
religious
You make it
poetry.
You go, hey
God.
bud, hey bud, you look a little bad. Here, let me show you what you're gonna look like.
Scare you straight. So this is I don't think you have any, but this is one of the reasons sacramentals, ritual supplies can be that you might have, can be spent for bonuses to dice. Because you can be like, oh, this is really tough. I'll just use this up to get a bonus so that I might succeed. I don't think you have any, but I see why they are so valuable given the obvious.
Yeah, you sprinkle salt and you burn some incense, and it helps
To be clear,
cleanse the area for your ritual.
this is a
Did
miracle
someone
level
say
2. It is the
salt?
second lowest level miracle. It is only 1 above what I have. And because I have a relic in it, is the only one that I could possibly really do recently.
Yep.
No, go for it.
Yeah.
All
What are
right.
your traits? Make
Yeah.
it worse.
Get your
Yeah,
advancement
Oh, wait.
in for ritualist.
So
Yeah,
my trait is touched by the gods and skeptical.
Yeah,
I
worse.
like to use touched by the gods, but I don't know how that one works.
The gods obviously don't favor me.
The immortals can be like, no, we just not today.
I just
not
don't
him.
like him.
not
We
for him.
did this too, Bended.
You can also
I mean,
be skeptical. Yeah, that's
Is like
easy for
really
you.
easy. Is like, is this actually gonna help, or is this gonna just make the situation way worse?
Did Ben Dead lie in his resume for the group? Is that
Yeah.
Maybe he's not a Mason.
maybe he's
Maybe he
not?
just knows a guy named Mason.
Okay, sorry, I'm just reading touched by the gods. The immortals speak through Thurges. Moreover, when the Thurge speaks to immortals, the immortals are often willing to listen. The gods guide and protect their chosen, but the Thurges must be ever vigilant to ensure that the words they speak are truly those of the immortals and not the secret desires of their own hearts.
Yeah.
So
Are you
using
sure
that
the gods
against
want to heal him, or
myself,
just you do?
yeah, well, I don't even know that I want to heal him at this point. I think I stick
him out
out
of
the
his
stall,
misery?
start casting, and what starts coming out is just a litany of everything you've successfully done wrong from the start of the adventure,
Yep. He's
ending
just
up
had
with,
terrible.
and that's why I'm going to fix you so you can do better, and I'm sure this is entirely helpful to your self-confidence.
There's a reason I've said being a Torchbearer character is suffering.
All right, haven't actually switched out to play mode. Let's see how this goes. So I press Ritualist. Persona I don't have. Ob 5. Trait touched by the gods. Negative.
There's a drop down.
Against me. Beautiful. And I think that's it then. Beautiful. Where's the roll button?
Is it not appearing? Or
There you
It's
go.
on like the
I did
Wow.
this so
Session.
well.
I think even as a party, like the only
Hey,
thing that was successful
I've
was
failed
making a
zero
bomb.
rolls. I have failed 0 rolls. I haven't made any.
I know.
I've just advised.
Yep.
I don't think
Cool.
I've rolled.
It's
a
the most
non-failure
elven
so
thing you
far.
can do.
Spence, could you make a spare character sheet just
No,
Just
you're
in
fine.
case he's...
So again, on a fail, either it is a success with a condition, or it is a failure, basically with a twist. I think in this case it makes more sense to have success with a condition, which is to say, trade out your Bended. You are no longer sick. The miracle
the
works.
sickness goes from me into you?
I don't
Please
think it's
no.
that bad. That would literally make things worse. And as much as I think you have enough with the burden. What I do think you are, though, is exhausted, Jen. This takes some of your own energy.
Okay.
this. So you mark exhausted. You feel the immortals draw upon as much of your energy as you're willing to give. You're just tired, especially because the grind ticks up by 1, and everyone is once again hungry and thirsty. You've been here for hours. Like, it's been slow going, but you've been here for hours.
I would
Like I
like
said,
to
the golem
read.
is destroyed now.
Can we?
Um,
Can we
It has
just
been
leave?
cracked in half. The
I
upstairs
think I'm just
way is
shaking
clear.
to part from exhaustion, part from hunger, part from the gods. You know, we don't question this.
So
So
Everything's
how many
quiet.
more actions do we have? 2 until we're in darkness.
Yes.
Everyone mark hungry and thirsty, and you can get rid of it if you have any other rations or things like that. You can spend some to feed yourself.
Yeah.
But the grind resets
Rations
0.
have how many
So
uses?
1 ration is 1 meal. If you are camping, so you could wait, you can cook 1 ration to feed the whole party. But if you're not camping, 1 ration is for 1 person.
You know
Okay,
what?
I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to be a little bit tummy rumbly.
Yeah, I agree. Let's.
that's fine for now. Yeah.
Do we have to have light to camp?
No. You basically automatically manage light while at camp most of the time. In addition, so there's a reason I don't recommend camping yet. While camping, if the grind is 1 from hitting max, if it's at 3 out of 4, then you camp. Resets back to 0. So I recommend camping after 2 more turns to
Push
give you
2
an
more
outright tip.
turns.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2 more turns. When the light goes out, then we leave.
Leave or camp.
Yeah.
Then for the
we
next
can-
turn, do we want to get into the next room?
Yeah. Well, let's advance to the top of the rickety stairs.
Speaking
Sure.
of which, what's the condition of the pristine room? Well, once pristine room.
A lot. So the explosive kind of showered the whole room with like stone dust as from the golem as it exploded. But it's there are cracks all over the rest of the tower more because as it shifted. The room itself, though, you see no new cracks in the stone.
Okay.
Other than the
Okay.
dust from the golem itself, it looks untouched still.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
All right. Then proceed to the bottom of the staircase and look up carefully to see what's the state of the stairs, the metal litter, like what are we going to have to deal with here next?
The metal's a bit damaged. It was very obviously the foot of the stairs was close to the explosion, but nothing that you can't just step over. The chirping is going wild up above now. You hear you hear like several birds overlapping each other. From the bottom of the stairs, you can't see, even with the light of the lantern, what is up there. You have to reach the top of the stairs and like look in.
And the trapdoor's just open, right? There's no.
It has been torn open, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. I mean, there's nothing to it but to do it, and I feel like at this point this tower's going to come down around us. So, well, yeah.
I'll
Okay.
go
Cool,
first
everyone.
because I'm
You wanna
already
go first?
halfway in the
Zarek
grave
has
anyway.
but Zarek has the lantern.
Ooh,
I
yeah,
have the
you gotta
lantern,
first.
and I
Yeah.
also have a halberd. Just not for nothing. I'm not going to use
just
it for
gonna-
fighting. I'm going to use it for hiding, but that's not important right now.
How do you hide with a halberd?
I'm just going to clearly restate a thing that happened before in case it's important. I did fill a sack with non-book, non-degradable essentials and drop that on the first floor at a certain point before here, just in case we have to pack up and run.
What were they? Or you asked what non-degradable things there were in there, I believe.
Yeah, essentially.
So you could salvage the alchemical equipment after it made the bomb, since that wasn't salvaged before. You can store it up as 1 pack of alchemical supplies.
Worth it.
The ring was taken. The sheet's already being used.
I think we were having the perfume bottles and whatnot that we weren't sure about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take
Toiletries
those.
and alchemy supplies.
There's also, so we didn't get into this. There's also the silver mirror, but that's like attached to the wall. If you want to try and detach it, it also was too big to fit in a sack. It is valuable. It's silver, but it's too big to fit in a sack. So I don't think there's actually too much that you can find that is outright not like.
Yeah, because
All right,
a
then
silver.
let's just tuck that all in a sack and leave it here
Yeah.
if we have to.
There's
tuck
still a
it
lot of
something,
space in the
instead
sack
of leaving
from
it on the
other
room.
stuff.
Okay.
I do feel like we
How
And
should take
with
valuable
that-
the me-
Yeah, I feel like we should take the mirror just because it seems really valuable.
Well, the
Yeah.
mirror is either one of two things, depending on how. I don't know. I mean, Lord of the Rings has nice glass, but historically
So,
you wouldn't. It's
I
either
would-
super nice glass or a full-on sheet of metal that's been polished.
It is
And
polished
if it's
silver
glass, it
that
has
is worth
silver on the
3
back.
dice of treasure.
So that means
Um,
we can drop it. That's the point I was getting at.
Well, we shouldn't drop any mirrors. We don't want to have bad luck.
Well, that's a glass mirror. If it's a polished piece of metal, it won't shatter.
Yeah.
It'll just
If it's
bend.
silver,
Oh,
we can
yeah,
just huck
that's
it.
right. Okay.
But it's just a hunk of metal, though.
In this case, I think taking it off the wall is probably not worth the 3 dice. If we can get the book, that's more worthwhile. But I think that this is just kind of a quick roundup of the
Yep.
stuff before we go up the stairs and solve our next
Yeah.
problem while we have light. So,
Okay.
up the stairs?
Okay.
Up the stairs.
Ready.
I stop at the threshold, and I stop Ben Dead from being real dead, and I write my poem.
Perfect.
You want me to put hook the lantern onto the pole so we can maybe try and take a look in the room before we go in?
I mean,
Oh,
I mean, we can do that. I mean, I can put on my other thing. That's what I'm trying to do, is like, before we
Okay.
step in view. We're all of the same mind here.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ceiling of this large chamber covers the whole floor. Single large chamber it's massive, sparkling, a hemisphere with dozens of small flickering lights on its surface. In the center of the chamber, peeking your head just a bit up, you see a raised platform upon which large astronomical instruments were once mounted. Now they lay on the ground in a pile of twisted metal, broken glass, and smashed crystal. Walls of the chamber are covered with notes scrawled on pieces of vellum. There are multiple tables covered in detritus spaced around the perimeter. You will also see, in various spaces, several bird nests in cracks along the ceiling and in the wall have been, placed. In addition to the birds, at first you thought they were more stars in the wall and ceiling itself, but the birds themselves look like they might be ordinary birds, except for their eyes seem to gleam and almost glow with an eldritch, magical energy in them. They have all, as one, stopped chirping and stare at you in foreboding silence.
Put my
Can I
head back
repeat-
down.
can I repeat the same? I mean, these things look like a threat. Can I repeat the same? I question you for a password that the golem has been doing.
Are you so because the stairs are pretty single file? Are you intentionally kind of shoving past Zarek to?
Not really
talk,
looking
or
to
just
shove
yelling?
past. I'm just gonna yell past. Yeah.
Okay. As you yell up to the birds, I don't think it's going to be a roll to do this. These are as you discover you yell, and they erupt in a cacophony of angry chirping and screeching, and start flying and swirling in a circle around the trapdoor. Not entering, not descending to where you are below. Very unhappy that you're here, and ready to attack you if you.
They did not like that.
Oh, it's a bunch of birds' nests, and they're defending their nest.
Yeah. Could we see? Is this the top of the tower?
This is the last floor, top floor.
Okay. I don't want to fight a bunch of birds.
So
I think it's one bird hive mind, to be quite fair.
if
I
Do we
don't know
see
how
any
much
nests?
it actually affects.
you saw a couple of them, though it wasn't barely, but I would say yes. There are a couple of nests sort of embedded in cracks in the floor and ceiling. There's probably one clear, a couple feet by a couple feet entrance into this place that they've been coming and going, and they've been building nests in other parts of.
Do we know what the bird nest is made out of?
Not
Because we
without
saw
getting
one
much
closer.
closer. Oh, the one you did see
We saw-
closer.
Yeah.
So, yes, in part. But I don't think you inspected it. It looks. Do you want to go back down and look at it again? It looks like it was made out at a glance. Ordinary twigs. And like it didn't look like an unusual nest. The first sign you saw of strangeness was once you saw the birds themselves. I don't think you took a like close look at the nest beyond at a glance seeing there's no eggs in it. Could go back down to the other room and look at what the nest was made out of. I don't think that would be a test, but it would take a bit of narrative time.
Because I'm curious to see if, what an oil-soaked rag on a 10-foot pole does to bird nests.
Well, I was gonna.
I don't think we're gonna be able to burn them all. Like I just don't
No.
feel like that's a functional
But-
option.
I had an idea of what if we smoke them out.
That-
Mm.
Could be an option.
Do these
That might
birds
work.
look biological or mechanical?
They look like real birds, but maybe enchanted or changed somehow. Like they look like like normal birds that are also somewhat magical. Not extremely magical. Their eyes are the big hint. Some things.
If they're magical birds, then their eggs might taste really good.
There weren't eggs in the other nest, but there are a lot more nests up here, and the other one seemed like it may have been abandoned.
I would also like to make a test.
What would you like
While
to do?
we stand at the top of the stairs and we have this bird obstacle, and Lore Master Fitz, would it be reasonable for us to gather info on birds to decide? I understand tests are limited, but like, we're standing here.
I'm looking up the skill Lore Master to see what it actually is for.
It
I'm
does
Hunter.
include ephemera. Lore
Yeah.
facts includes fairy or folk tales, curses, enchanted places, magical phenomena like magic birds.
Lore Master is like, lots of things.
The catch-all. Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
catch-all plus magic stuff that isn't using magic.
Aura reading factors. I
Yes.
could read a spell's aura.
So what is your intent?
Birds. I need to know lore about the ephemera that is these magical gem crows.
Marcus, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was about to say, if we want to spend some time on it, I can make bird snares.
Oh,
Say, I have Hunter.
Mm.
How big are the
that
birds?
makes sense.
Not actually that big. They're maybe raven-sized. There
Oh,
appear to
okay,
be
yeah,
about
yeah.
6 of them. They don't seem that tough,
Ravens.
unless they have
ravens
some
are-
kind of strange magical abilities.
Ravens are the size of a small dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but
not
like
eagle-sized. They're not like
Yeah, they're not vulture
Okay.
sized.
Their bones are
I mean,
hollow.
they're
Their
not big
beaks
for
are big.
for like an adventure, basically. But yeah,
That's fair. Their beaks are big though, and my
Yeah.
flesh is weak.
Well, that's why I said,
specifically
why
our
don't we?
eyes are weak.
That's true. They do peck for the eyes. But I was saying, why don't we can light like a little campfire at the bottom of the where the trapdoor is, and then have the smoke go up where the birds are, and then they either fly away or they pass out.
I
Hey,
like
well,
that
someone-
idea. That sounds clever.
That sounds pretty smart. But also, if they're smarter than normal birds, which might be the case because they have glowing eyes,
Mhm.
they might just come and try and put the flames out with their beating their wings.
I'm
That-
wondering if
That's a
using
good one.
something.
I have 2 points about this
Yeah.
plan specifically. Either A, that room is windowed and sealed enough to trap enough smoke to fix the bird problem, in which case it would drive the birds out. But if it's sealed enough to trap the smoke out, is once again down the stairs to us.
Yeah.
Right.
So we would kick the birds out of the room, but like now we're in the room with the birds. Or B, there's enough ventilation that the smoke won't be as effective.
I mean, if there is we have controls of fire. The smoke goes up. We can smoke the birds out and then turn the fire off. Yes, that's how fires work.
Yeah, you just kick it.
I think the door is broken. Like, that's my only.
The door
But
is
we
broken.
also have those big screens, which we can use kind of as a shield to stop the bird from getting down.
Oh, that is smart.
Yeah, or the
Are you-
door that we knocked off the hinges, so we can just hold it.
Well,
I feel like
that's
the door might
way
be
that
bigger
we
and
can,
heavier. But
and we also need that door to
That's true.
make sure
To
that.
get out. Well, I mean,
Oh, we
now
do
the golem's not there anymore.
Yeah, never mind. The golem's not there. Yeah.
oh yeah.
But the door.
I was
might
gonna say we
be
need
harder.
that door to seal the bottom room for our exit plan, if the goal is to avoid the birds. Here's the actual question: do we want to clear the birds out? Do we want any of the things in the bird room? I'm sure there's treasure in there.
I'm sure there is.
I think we do because we want some way to get these books out safely, and currently none of us have knowledge enough, so I'm hoping that whatever mechanism is up in that room will give us enough knowledge to get these books out safely, as they're our
And I
main
think-
source of wealth.
And I think worst case, if we can clear the tower, we can leave and then come back with a nerd who will
Yeah.
write for however long it takes.
Well, also another thing is that the birds haven't disturbed this room so far, so it's kind of safe to assume that they won't do that. And we can
Yeah.
kind of cover up the books as well. Maybe use the screens to stop the birds from affecting them, the affecting the books at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we have a fire plan, it sounds like.
All right.
Set a
So what do
fire.
we build a makeshift brazier and stick it up on the door or a screen and hold it up against the hole?
We're kind of making almost a makeshift oven. We're surrounding this fire with the screen so the smoke goes straight up so the birds can't go anywhere but down into the fire. They can't get to us at all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're
then
building.
we're
You're
using
basically
another
building
screen.
a fire just below the trapdoor.
Yeah.
We're kind of turning
Yes.
the staircase that we've now discussed as enclosed as a flue.
It's enclosed
to
with
get the
bars,
smoke
to be
up there.
clear. But
Pardon?
it's
Yeah, we
enclosed
use the
with
screens to
bars.
reinforce the chimney-like effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
the
put the
chimney-like
fire
effect.
right under the trapdoor. We use the screens to close it off enough to
Okay.
where they can't come down.
Like 65% close up. It's not
Yeah.
And then
watertight.
use one
No.
extra screen to just cover the books, so just in case all goes wrong, the books
Yeah.
are safer.
Okay.
What are we burning? And I think it's
The
desk.
bed.
Oh,
Or the
bed.
desk.
The bed, the
We've
desk.
totally we've gone from being respectful to this body to now we do just rip the bed out
Rip
from
the
under
bed, use
him.
them all to smash it to pieces.
Yeah. Listen, we were respectful to the body when we thought the golem was going to kill us. The golem's dead. We don't care anymore.
Hey. I think this is probably going to be a laborer test.
It's not just a good idea. It's not just smart.
The
I don't know. This
laborer,
feels
the
smart.
test. Firstly, the big thing is the test will determine if your fire is strong. If you are able to do it strong enough to successfully smoke them out faster than the. I said there is one hole in the ceiling that they've managed to come in and out from.
Yeah.
So, are you able to smoke them out faster than the smoke will leave? Like holes in the ceiling. Are you able to do it without any danger to yourself or that you're in? Because you don't want any of this to spread to the books. There's a few there's enough risk factors that I think this would be a test.
Dwarf, what's your nature?
I don't have
again?
laborer.
Do you have,
Sorry, my
do you have
mistake.
a relevant nature?
This is survivalist.
Oh wait, fuck! I do have laborer.
Laborer can help. But survivalist
I definitely don't have
is-
survivalist.
I don't have.
Yeah, starting a fire is totally survivalist.
Okay, hold on. Now, I would like to use my nature.
What's the now that we have a test, what do we have a survivalist, Ob?
So in this case, I'd say the ob is 3. It's because of the you need to start almost a raised fire, partly. Yeah.
Who has survivalist?
No one.
No one.
Does anyone have
No
a
one.
nature that might fit?
My natures are delving, crafting, and avenging grudges. I feel like I need to avenge a grudge with this tower.
Boasting, demanding, and running.
Merrymaking, making a bonfire.
Oh, yeah.
I was only
You
saying
could also
for
just use your
me-
nature and tax it.
That's true. But I was saying only for me to roll because I can't help anyway.
Yeah, Mr.
Because I'm
7
scared.
nature. Or
Hmm.
You
Okay.
No, I have
7
5
nature?
nature.
Oh, okay.
No, I have 5. 7's when I go back in the hole. Right?
Okay.
forever.
So I think you could roll nature, but Ben dead. I think it may tax it if you have a failure, which is fine.
Okay.
It's not.
I have 5. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
That's
you
the
help?
most amount of dice we're gonna get.
So we try and help with however we can then to that nature roll.
You can.
Yeah, helping with nature. How do you help someone with nature? 'Cause it says you can help skills and stats. Nature is technically, I don't know if it's either. But
Okay.
it might count as a stat.
Cheat sheet.
Yeah, cheat sheet. Helping nature. Describe how your nature helps. We're the opposite of that.
It's or. You just roll your full nature dice.
Oh, so it's that or the full nature. Okay. So
It's
Yes.
beginner's luck or nature. Beginner's luck has all of the skill things where you add on to it, or you just roll nature.
So if
I'm afraid
It's
I
pure
can't use
dwarf-
beginner's luck
it's-
anyway, so I have to do nature.
Yeah, it's pure dwarf
Yeah.
power. It's just the dwarf in you carrying this out without any further
Mm.
guidance from the soul or your party.
Is anyone's nature 4?
Yes,
Mm,
me.
Okay, because
My nature's
while
5.
mine is 5, I am injured, so it's a 4 anyway.
Mine's 4, but my nature is enchanting, remembering, and hiding.
Mm,
So not
Yeah.
relevant that I can think of, unless we want to
okay.
carve magic runes.
My nature doesn't really fit here, even if it is 5, and wouldn't be taxed in that way. Like I've got
Okay.
boasting, demanding, and running.
And
Yeah,
it's not a big
Does
deal if my
Mary
nature
making
goes
count?
down.
Or
Yeah,
No, it's a tax. It's a tax, not a
yeah,
reduction.
you can still,
Taxes
if it's
go back
not
up.
a descriptor, the descriptors, we might be overemphasizing descriptors. All the descriptor means for both uses of nature is if you fail, it temporarily lowers called tax.
Okay.
You can still use it for, the only thing you can't use it for is if you have a skill, you can't roll nature instead. But if you don't have a skill, you can roll nature, and either way, you can spend a persona to channel nature. So if you really want to succeed this, you could have someone
Don't have persona.
who has persona,
Mm.
you roll their nature and spend a persona to channel their nature, and they basically double the nature and that's their dice.
Yeah, I can do that with merrymaking.
that makes sense.
Do you have a persona
Alternatively,
to channel it?
let me.
Because I don't mind being the punch bag for the whole session. I'll just
Yeah,
take negative
I could-
effects.
I could use my wise to help if somebody else is doing it because I have needs a little salt wise, which
Can't help
smoking
nature with
something.
wise.
Oh, okay.
You can't
never
help
mind.
nature.
It's just okay.
It's just
The
straight
choice
nature.
is just who's
so
making
it's-
the roll.
Yeah.
That's the only
I'll
question is
I'll
who's
do
rolling.
it because I'm already
Yeah.
fucked up anyway. I'd rather just
Damn.
So-
Okay. You
take
want
the
to die?
damage.
There's one more thing I just saw that I'm double checking that you know what will happen. If you're spending the extra persona to channel nature and add its dice, even on a success, it gets taxed by 1. If it is failed, if you fail, it'll get taxed by the margin of failure.
Okay. Can I still do traits on this, or is it just nature?
I think you can still do traits either way.
Okay.
It's just
'Cause
the
I
stuff
might
that would
do-
have that you can't.
I might do the negative of Born of Earth and Stone just so I can have 3 things in camp to fix.
I
I have
think
3
this
checks.
is one of the roles that we really want to actually succeed if we
All right.
can.
Yeah.
I have 4D versus Ob 3, so I think if that's everything, I'll just roll it.
Let me check. Okay. Well,
Am I able to help with the skill then?
the roll was already made.
Oh.
That's what I was actually just about to double check because I'm not sure about the cheat sheet.
If we want to help the skill, and it was intended, but it went too fast, I'm good with just adding 1 extra roll.
I think the cheat sheet is misimplying something. I think looking at everything,
Because we would have put a
you
lot
can
into
still
this
help
anyway.
and use traits and everything with nature. It's just The
Okay.
reason it's written weird is because it's just saying you get all your dice like normal.
Okay,
Okay.
so if we can help with nature with a skill and a
Yeah.
trait, hey?
I was gonna help with cooking because
Oh yeah, fire
with
making.
cooking, yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
to. Well, specifically, like if you're smoking something, you need to know how to smoke it,
Yeah,
right?
Could I help with scavenger and finding,
the right.
bedding and whatnot
Absolutely.
to burnables?
Yep.
Okay, so
Those of
add
you
2
helping,
more.
I'd say those of you helping individually roll a d6, and we'll see if and
Okay.
who helps most.
Yeah, use your luck.
Yeah.
Don't use my luck.
Fair.
Indigo, were you helping at all?
I'm trying
That's
to
not
figure out what I
helpful.
could even help with.
I'll wait until
Oh yeah,
seeing if you're
sorry.
helping before making the roll. Hey, it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not 100% what I could what I could help with.
Do you have your own? Is it singing, remembering, or which one did you remove and switch with enchanting?
Enchanting, remembering, and hiding.
Okay. I can't think of something that.
You could. One of yours is hiding.
If you have
Yes.
laborer, then you can use that.
Nope. I have
You could
jeweler
argue
and
hiding
beggar.
because we're putting the
I will
thing up.
never. I will never do labor.
You could argue hiding for putting up the things, the dividers.
Hiding the smoke from the room.
Yeah, you're hiding the smoke from the room.
GM's pick?
No.
Alright.
I think
Then I
I'm
will.
Not hiding
Then
the
I
smoke
think.
from the room. It's hiding so the birds, if they come down, they're not able to find their way out from there.
That's not quite the same as hiding.
All right.
Alright, I'll make your
No.
ass D6 roll and let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Okay, there we
The
go.
last one, Jen, you're able to help by providing enough firewood to properly smoke these birds out.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think the birds are smart enough to flee rather than just pass out. So they continue to. You build the fire. They continue to swirl above. Once or twice they try to dive down and retreat. You might get a brief close look at them, and their eyes are not literally made of gemstones or anything like that, but they do seem to have like a gleam to them. That looks
Just
unusual. They are.
just checking here. As our intent wasn't to specifically like smoke them out and put them down, is it a success to have them flee?
They are basically
Obstacle
gone for
solved.
the day.
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay, they're gone for at least a good bit of time. Okay.
Long enough for us to get whatever's good in there down to this floor.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have managed to. It is a success in that you've managed to drive them away without actually fighting them.
Okay.
Huzzah!
That sounds like the
Yay.
best kind of success to me.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it's still a bit smoky when you like probably wearing like facial protection, maybe part of some of the cloth down here. You raided the wizard's like wardrobe.
Yeah.
You come upstairs, and I think I'll looking around. I think I'll tell you a few things that you find, and then we'll end the session. We're not fully on the adventure, but you see there appears to be some stuff on underneath all the detritus. Now that you have a higher angle of everything, there looks like a stuff underneath the rubble that has fallen on the tables. There is a massive crank next to the raised platform, with the collapsed like astronomical equipment on it. And the ceiling, as you're looking at the stars, they also appear to literally sparkle. We'll end the session. You see all of those, and we'll end the session there. See,
And ask
loot it
for
and head back to
box
town.
text and
This time.
redoing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ask for box text and making sure that we know what we're doing next time.
Yeah. The
End
grind
of
ticks
session.
up. The lantern ticks up. At the end of the session. Right, I didn't write end of session. I wrote Fate and Persona. I think that's basically in-session stuff here. So, did you act on your belief this session? If you did, or if you played against your belief. Gain 1 Persona if you acted on it, or gain 1 Fate if you acted on your belief, or gain a Persona if you acted against it.
I didn't
Is
like.
acting on I had to actively roll to do a thing because again,
Not
this
necessarily.
is kind of hard
The
because the
action
belief
can manifest in a test, a good idea, or even an instance of strong roleplay. Text from the section here.
Does hanging around, Chuck Holfen across the room if the alchemy went bad count as protecting it?
What is your belief?
Holfen is very useful to have around. I will try and keep him safe.
I would say yes. Earn 1 Fate for standing over Holfen. You did risk yourself to help with the bomb by standing right behind the bomb being mixed.
Okay.
Not an outright
Can work
risking,
with
but
that.
I'd say it's the closest thing. It's probably the closest feasible. I think it fit.
My only exploits were in the advisory capacitory. But were they notable? Was it notably advisable?
What's your belief?
My exploits at this tower will be known across the dream.
Oh, what did you do that was kind of awesome?
All I did was help.
You discovered that the books seemed to disintegrate. And you
I
crossed the
discovered
doorway.
that books fall apart.
That is
Ah.
discovery.
You helped with the trans. No, you did.
I helped on like 3 rolls, and they were mostly with wizard murder wise.
You did.
Yeah.
I am having trouble
can't
with it.
think of
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I got my belief. I got my goal though.
Did you work towards
Do
it?
we
or
want to
did you
go through all
accomplish-
three
let's,
beliefs
Let's go
first?
beliefs for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Wolfen, did you act on or play against your belief?
I have all the pleasures of the world ought to be shared with me. I don't think I believed or acted against my belief.
Ooh, I think you did it. You went and got bath soap when everyone else was trying to deal with the problem.
You did.
You went and
I'd say
raided
you
acted on
you
it.
raided the
You
you
did
raided
actively
the
go into the
trees
guy's bathroom
for
and go, oh, this
ancient
isn't even
wizard
high
balm.
quality.
I did.
You
I
wanted
wanted to
ancient
specifically
wizard
look-
balm.
I did specifically look for perfume. That is true.
Yeah. I'd say gain a fate.
I'm
Okay,
good with that.
excellent.
Yeah.
And dead.
Mine is I listen more to Stone than I do people, and then I listen to a lot of people.
It went badly.
It went very badly.
Yeah. I'm not sure you played against your belief in a dramatic fashion. If that's the thing. So I don't know. Got it?
I don't either. I mean, yeah, I don't think I did.
Okay. Goals. So did you work towards your goal or accomplish it? And if you work towards it, gain a persona instead if you accomplished it.
Pick up a good book. I'm not sure if it
Yeah,
counts as
you
accomplishing it or
accomplished
not.
You accomplished it.
Okay.
Accomplished that. Because I
So,
found a flashier piece of loot in this tower than the little
Ooh.
You
ring
did.
Jen
You got the
found.
ring. Yeah.
Absolutely,
That literal,
yes.
better, more valuable ring. You accomplish your
So
goal.
yes.
Um,
Huzzah.
my goal is I will loot the tower for all it's worth. I worked
What'd you
toward
get?
that.
You did work
I'd
towards
say work
it.
towards it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So get a fate.
It's like-
I intend to find a lead to follow up on once we are done with this tower.
There's possibilities there.
Yeah.
With the golem and with the birds. Anything feel defined enough for a lead for you?
I don't think it came up during play as
Yeah,
to
I don't think so.
like let's think about after the tower yet much. Did you bring up the scribe or is that someone else?
Oh, I did bring up the scribe.
That's potential. I'd say then yes, gain a
Yeah.
fate because that's like yeah, the next thing we can do is basically start copying all these books and make money that way. Okay. Instinct. Did you benefit from your instinct?
I
Once.
rolled for it, but I didn't succeed the roll. Does that count as benefiting?
If an instinct grants a test and the outcome benefits the character's allies, they earn 1 fate point. I would say yes. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You were able to confirm, like, okay, at least until the second earthquake that you caused, you were everything
It
was
very
fine and
structurally
stable.
sound.
Very structurally sound. We'll just change that real quick.
Oh, fix that real fast.
Yeah.
You have to roll for your instinct to do something?
Yes. If an instinct grants a test and the outcome benefits the character's allies, they earn 1 fate point. Usually, instincts should grant free rolls. Free in terms of the grind, I mean.
For me, my instinct is always talk down on a threat. It
Yes.
was used twice, but talking
Oh,
doesn't really
neither
need a roll,
of
so
the
maybe I should
threats
switch
in
the instinct.
neither of the threats you encountered in this were talkative. Like, they are literally incapable of talking in a language you can understand.
Okay, so, but will talking ever trigger a roll then? Is that instinct
It could trigger a
essentially
roll
not
if
useful?
you encounter something that can talk back to you, like that you can actually converse with.
Okay, as is, it's useful, but at least for the end of session, it needs to actually trigger a roll.
This
Okay.
is purely
Like-
hypothetical.
Fair enough.
Would that instinct supersede a riddle contest?
It might
Like,
start
can
one
you
when it
talk
otherwise.
someone down?
It might start a riddle contest when you might otherwise have a fighting contest. Again,
Okay.
The Hobbit being the obvious example.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
the big thing
do
is
want to
people.
run into a riddle
Your
contest.
instinct is good for people or things that talk like people, which are people, basically.
Yeah.
You haven't seen any here, except that guy who's dead.
And that other
Can't
guy is dead.
Gallows humor. Did you offer a grim assessment of your fate while staring down certain death?
I think out of anyone,
Ben
Ben
dead.
definitely did.
Mark another fate.
I'll take my fate, thank you.
Yeah.
Is that one per group or everybody?
I think it's just for the group, like one for the whole.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
yes,
it's like the
and
MVP
then
one.
Yes, Ben dead 100% deserves it.
Most valuable player. Who made the critical roll
Not
of the
Ben
session?
Dead.
Not me.
I'm sorry.
Definitely not me.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Specifically not.
I think
it
the
might.
alchemy roll
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I think
Either
it
the
was
alchemy
Holford.
roll. Yeah, that's probably it.
Wait, was that the only success? Am I the only one who's rolled anything
Yes,
successful?
literally, that's
Yes.
the only success across.
Other
like,
than my
7
nature at
rolls
the
this
end,
session.
but yes, that was it.
Oh yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
right.
We
yeah,
had
you did actually
two-
succeed that because of the help at the end. So
Yeah,
it
Yeah.
we
might,
had 2 successful rolls this whole session.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was alchemy and the one at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't actually say succeeded the roll; it said made the roll. To be clear,
Yeah, but we're not giving it to Ben Dead for falling through the floor repeatedly.
usually a failure still can result in success with a cost. So
I still think the
Yeah.
alchemy is kind of the cool roll there. We had some cool ideas with the fire and whatnot, but the bomb was
I'm in.
the big
I
moment.
think
That
that's.
was really.
I'm actually in partial agreement, but just clarifying, MVP can
Yeah.
be more flexible. Okay, get a persona, Holfen, and team worker who can't be MVP. As we already established, I suggest Zarek. They did nothing but help
Yeah.
all session.
Derek
Yeah.
was just helpful.
Yes.
Agreed. Yeah.
Elven Wikipedia. What is that one? Fate?
Get a persona. Actually, it's also persona.
Ooh. I have
Yeah,
so
there's
much.
a
I have
minimum
3
of 2 persona awarded to the group per session, and so for those 2, I think are always, unless you don't do anything, the whole group does nothing. MVP and team worker are every session, so that's helpful for gaining some persona, even if you don't rolls or even if you don't.
Cool.
Keep in mind, now that I think everyone has some fate in persona, spending it can level you up. When you spend fate in persona, note it down. Don't just erase it, because once you spend 3 of each, you level to level 2. I think you might need to go back to town.
Oh,
but you will.
this is a
2.
very long game for leveling.
Yes.
Okay.
No, you're gonna be leveling up like once every 4 sessions or more.
Oh, at current rate, like it took 2 sessions to get 1 fate in persona. If we have to spend 3, that's 6 sessions to get enough to have.
You only played for an hour last session.
Fair.
I have 3 fate and 2 personas, so I'm kind of.
I'm at 1 and
almost there.
3.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm at 1 and 1, so.
I just have 3 fate.
No. Well, but that's halfway to level 2.
Well,
3
you need to
fates halfway
spend
to level
it,
2.
but yes.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, it's a quarter of the way to level 2. Like,
And-
you're
And
not.
I'm
You're pretty
gonna
decently
be
far.
rewriting my belief for sure.
Yeah.
Just- I think my
This
belief will be
tower
like,
has beaten me. This tower has broken me. I will haunt this man's
I
family for
will
generations.
I think my
Stone by
belief is
stone,
more,
I will tear it
I'm
down
the
with my
toughest
own
of the party.
hands.
Anyone else would have been dead already.
That's great. Okay. And
What I-
then
Yeah.
we'll call
I
it
just need
for
to
that.
level up so I can do mine.
You can start doing spell stuff yourself, yeah.
I
Mind dream
can't cast
spells.
spells. I can't cast spells, so I'm just kind of here.
Yep.
I mean, I may have also used up my capacity to use spells.
Yeah,
to
by the way,
cast
you have weird symbols all over your body and now speak a weird language, right?
It's an either or. So I did
Oh.
describe just the endless shaking now at this point. I am very hopped up on energy juice or whatnot. I'm
You're
Yeah,
perfect.
you
Is
said
that-
something about diseased veins.
vibrating
like-
at this point.
How do you get rid of that?
Camping.
I don't remember. I haven't looked it up yet.
Okay.
You can attempt to recover or maybe automatically recover while camping.
Can't remember which. That's one of the reasons I was using a check, because I don't know what checks are used for, but we have so much we need to do while camping.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna.
I'm fine.
Camping, unlike in most role-playing games, where camping will refresh you fully or partly, camping will refresh you
Hard
like...
choices.
Camping is like crumbs of recovery, and then town is like half a meal of recovery. And if you get a ton of money and spend it well, then you can get fully recovered, but it's rare to be, again, fresh.
Mhm.
Okay.
You're always going to be somewhere between 25 and 75%. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for this week. We'll be back next week again, unless real life gets in the way, with more Torchbearer. I expect us to finish up the Tower of Stars, probably head back to town, maybe negotiate some stuff for the books, and we'll see how town works. It's going to have its own entire thing going on with it. If you're familiar with downtime actions like Blades in the Dark, it's going to be similar to learning that, but a totally different process. It's not.
Awesome.
It's gonna be.
I'm so glad. This
like, here's 12 buildings. Here are each of the things you can do with these buildings. They are still rolls, but there is no penalty for failing them. It just costs money to try.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to talk about it more, but see you next week. Okay. See ya. Bye.
Like.
Bye.